Alright. We're good. We're online. Let's do it. Oh, why did I go here? So, Overzone. Tonight's Overzone. Entire playthrough. We are not missing anything. Well, maybe, depending on how long the minigames takes, that might take a bit of extra time, but... I misclicked again. But yeah, I'm gonna have everything timestamped for those watching the VOD, so you should be able to just watch whichever segment you're most interested in. Really quickly, let me check Arena. Please don't get hit. We're still 9th. Let's go.
Warm welcome to the challenger.
I know Voside already did one fight, so I'm just waiting for them, waiting for whoever to come further down, and then I'll hit higher. That's fine. And I bet I got a hit already. Yeah, I did. That's fine. I'm in striking distance of first. I'm in striking distance of first. That's alright with me. Alright. Let's begin. Normally I do dailies and whatnot first, but we don't got time for any of that. Let's just go straight into Overzone. Whoever gifted to Vic, you have made a grave mistake. If I could refund you your sub right now, I would be doing so. This guy does not deserve it. All he does whenever he comes by the stream is just say, ew, Nikke, ew, Faye. That's just so toxic to try and, like, shit on what the streamer is doing for the hell of it. So, whoever did it, I wish I could give you your sub back and your money back. He does not deserve it. Alright, let's begin. Overzone. Oh, good. Wow. Boy, does it look rough to be human right now.
Very well. Moving
Here's
on.
Overzone. Okay, we're just going straight into the story. Let's replay the opening cutscene, because I have not watched it. And this is what Mono wants most from me. I thought that was an opening movie. That's it? Okay, sure.
Very well.
Let's go to the story.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, shoot.
This video was to be sent to you all upon the termination of my life signals.
Oh, shoot. We played through the Red Ash event, and Lilith disappears at the end of Red Ash. So does the commander.
I've always disliked this term, but you could think of this as my will. Anyway, when we first met, we didn't know each other from Adam. We were completely green about the world. We fought a lot, laughed, cried, and shared a lot of emotional moments together. We went through a lot. We met the commander, and together, we fought to save humanity. People looked up to us. There were bad times as well. Saying goodbye to friends and family who perished as the world fell apart. There were many times when you wanted to give up, as did I. But you must remember one thing. You all have overcome so much. You have protected mankind. You have saved the world. No matter where you are, whatever happens to you, or whatever you do, nothing will ever change that. Feel proud. You deserve that much. I am so happy to have met you all. I don't want to leave. I'm starting to ramble. Don't want you to have to keep watching this video forever. Still, if you are watching this video, please do me one last favor.
Okay.
Take care of this world. And survive. My dearest friends.
At this point, did we ever know what Lilith looked like? So Red Ash was the first time we ever saw Lilith for who she is. Wow. Okay. I'm getting to play this in chronological order because I did Red Ash before Overzone. But this would have been your first meeting of Lilith, right? Up to this point, you only ever heard about her in the stories. Okay, well that's the start. We have to blow our way through these fights. I don't know why, but okay, we will. Yeah, there was no visuals. This is all we had. Snow White slowly walks forward.
Has she gone?
Yes.
Did she say what her name was?
I didn't hear her say anything. And it wasn't exactly a convenient time to ask. Her name tag said Kate.
Kate.
There's no way to know for sure if that's her name, though.
Nikke corruption. Scary.
Very. It robs you of your own identity.
Not even she could endure it.
I'm going to pray.
Don't bother. How many have we sent off? I understand how you feel, but we're dealing with mass casualties here.
We can't just leave them here unattended.
The silence that accompanies death is all-consuming. If you keep the dead closer to you than the living, it will claim you as well.
Hold up. Now that we know Scarlet's sword is her sister's sword, repaired with her sister's core, that sounds kind of hypocritical to say, huh? Rapunzel walks off in the same direction that Snow White came from.
Such stubbornness. Snow White, why don't you dig some graves while we're here?
That's Rapunzel's job.
So your job begins and ends with blasting a hole through their heads, is that it?
Stop. That's not what she meant.
Is this before Dorothy had left Pioneer? The fact that they can not just be fighting all the time is so different. Everyone matured.
Is that so? It seems to me that you're quite clear about what each of our professional responsibilities entails.
Rapunzel has always been the one who digs the graves and prays. It consoles her as much as it does the deceased. As of right now, that's all she can do. Also, I'd like you to put a little more thought into how it must feel to be the one responsible for giving corrupted Nikkes a proper send-off, day in, day out.
My apologies. My exhaustion got the better of me.
It's okay. I've got the most bullets. It makes the most sense for me to do it.
No, I will perform this task henceforth. My blade can be swung infinitely.
No, I'll do it.
They're arguing about who gets to execute their comrade. And comrade's going forward.
All I have to do is pull a trigger. You'd have to swing your sword.
They're two very different things. You shouldn't use your sword for something like that anyway.
Okay, well this Dorothy is clearly very different. The Dorothy you meet in the story is very conniving. So this is before she's broken as a person, huh?
Your sister would not have wanted that.
Exactly. So I'll take care of it.
And they know her
Very
sister.
well. I apologize.
So you guys have known about Rose since 6 months into the game? And it took them until another 6 months before you finally saw Rose.
Dorothy, when was the last raid?
2 days ago.
Things seem to be slowing down. Hard to believe we were once dealing with 3 waves a day.
It's the natural progression as time passes. Raptures have less and less incentive to raid this place. So long as we ride it out for another 2 months, mankind will have a fighting chance. If not on the surface, then in the Ark at the very least.
At long last, the end may be in sight.
Took long enough. We've still got a long way to go, so let's stay frosty all the way to the end. When all of this is over, we'll be rewarded. People will call us Goddess of Victory, the saviors of mankind. We'll live the rest of our lives in luxury, reveling in our well-deserved praise.
Okay. Well, spoiler alert, that doesn't happen.
If you say so.
2 months. Time passed so swiftly up until now, yet 2 months seem like an eternity to mine ears.
To this point, they've already lost 2 of their squad and their commander, right? Because Lilith and Red Hood are now gone, and the commander's gone. And the fact that they think they'll keep going like this is... At least spirits are high.
So strange, how mine feelings doth change when the end is near.
It doesn't feel real to me either.
At any rate, I'm heading back to my post and continuing my watch.
Already? Don't you want to rest a little? There are plenty of Nikkes who can fill in for you. Relax for a moment.
No, the only reason we suppressed this raid was that we knew about it in advance. Nothing bad can come from remaining alert.
Snow White walks away.
'Tis most difficult becoming accustomed to the new Snow White.
That's right, she had changed bodies by now, right?
Yeah, a little.
However, mine eyes hath not witnessed many mind switches, but how shall I word it? 'Tis the first time the changes have seemed to be for the better.
I'm just glad she remembers all of us. And she's actually become dependable for once. To be honest, after Lilith's death, I didn't know where to turn.
We were all affected by her passing.
Yeah.
Is she still there? At that place?
Yes. Every time I go to see her, I can't help but be surprised at how peaceful she looks.
They know where her body is? I thought that was a huge plot point.
As if she's sleeping.
Do not go there too often.
Okay.
I know. Anyway, if we're going to be back in the fray this evening, we probably shouldn't eat anything too heavy, right?
Yes. But is there any nourishment remaining?
Okay, this feels really weird. They haven't fought. They've been talking for like 2 minutes straight. This is so different from Red Ash. They matured once the squad... What happened? LOL Cluster, thanks so much for the follow.
Not that we found.
Very well. I shall lend a hand.
The music just stopped. What the heck? 2 a.m.
Visual confirmation on Raptures. Heading into firing range soon.
I am ready.
Same here.
Ready when you are.
We have to protect this place at all costs. Humanity's future lies in our hands. Goddess Squad, ready! Encounter!
They've been through hell and back, so they've grown a lot closer now. But I thought they went through hell and back as the Goddess Squad.
Better reload. Why don't we just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Alright, I'm gonna let the fights play. You know what? I'll play it this way. This way, in between story.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm.
Yeah, in between story, I could just... It's kind of sloppy to do it this way, but in between story, I would give you my thoughts anyways. So we might as well just do that as the fights are playing out.
Give me a damage report.
No serious damage to the guard post. Only some minor repairs are required. Some of the other Nikkes have been injured, many of whom are beyond saving.
Are you guys sure? Why do they think that there's any kind of reprieve coming? All I hear about is, and everything just looks terrible. Humanity looks like it's on the brink. Why do they think if they just push a bit further, they'll be able to relax or have any time off? Or are they just deluding themselves into thinking that? Either way, in such a darkness, you go for any hope you can get, but
Darn it.
it just looks bad
Our
everywhere.
resources are depleting.
Have any Nikkes been corrupted?
None in today's attack.
May the dearly departed rest in peace.
Let's give them a proper burial.
I'll do it.
Are you sure? There are quite a few of them.
It doesn't matter. It's all I can do at this point.
Very well.
Rapunzel walks
I'll
off.
keep watch.
I shall make any necessary repairs.
Sounds good. I'll contact the Ark.
Snow White and Scarlet take off.
This isn't good.
I'm glad you recognize that. A dilapidated rust bucket of robot. I've never seen this thing before. Of a robot comes clanking over.
Do you wish to contact the Ark?
Oh god, that's terrifying. That's terrifying.
Affirmative.
Communication open. All recorded messages will be transmitted to the Ark.
Is this a forward outpost, Overzone? So they're not fighting from the Ark. They're clearly outside of the Ark, which would explain why they have such high casualty rates.
However, in the event of poor signal, transmission may fail.
This is Dorothy, acting leader of the Goddess Squad. I have assumed this position due to the death of our former leader, Major Lilith.
Acting leader, so she wasn't bestowed... Wait, the fact that she has to introduce herself like this... The Ark doesn't know that Lilith is dead?
Our current situation is as follows. Our mission is to protect those who have been deemed important and escort them from the surface to the massive underground facility known as the Ark.
Okay, so this is 2 months after the Ark has opened and people are evacuating to the Ark, right? Which is where Red Ash event ends off. Because Red Ash event also starts off with a gap of time. Or actually ends off a gap of time. Actually, it's a further gap of time. Okay.
Operation Ark Guardian is approximately 72% complete. There are officially no more humans remaining on the surface. The Goddess Squad and several mass-produced Nikkes are stationed at temporary outposts situated at the Ark's entrance.
Yeah, so they're not even inside the Ark. They don't rest inside the Ark. It's like a perimeter.
We are to protect the entrance against any future Rapture raids until the Ark is completed and sealed off. It is expected that we will be required to do this for approximately 2 months. However, the situation is becoming dire. Our resources and troops are both slowly being depleted, and we are becoming physically drained due to the incessant fighting. We do not expect any form of backup from the Ark. We will do everything in our power to succeed. In exchange for this, you must promise us one thing. Once the city has been sealed, we are to be taken back to the Ark, where we will be regarded as goddesses of victory. Make us feel proud for continuing to fight for humanity. That is all. I will be waiting for your answer.
That is rough.
Follow me.
Also, I'll switch teams after this. I think Scarlet in this team would make things faster, and, well, it's also more thematic.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
That was 1-2. So we're at 1...
I consider...
Red Hood, engage.
Wait, at the end of 1-2, is there a story? Hold on. I just want to make sure we're not just gonna skip something.
Today sure isn't your lucky day.
I need to reload.
I'm on my way.
Lay off the tongue.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
Oh no, I was just getting
Need a sharper sword.
Fizinho? Fizinho? Thank you for the follow.
One more
Welcome.
victory for Bolt and me.
Alright, let's go.
Any response from the Ark?
Not yet. It hasn't been that long since everyone's settled in there. I'm sure they must be busy.
If that is what you think, then so be it. What is that long face for? You should hold your head up high.
They seem like actual friends now. It's so weird.
I will. Thank you.
They seem like they're closer friends than with Rapunzel and Snow White, which is even weirder.
Why don't we eat something?
That came out of nowhere.
Now's the perfect time to eat and get our energy up.
I agree. But will we be okay without our rations?
Our reserves are enough to last for 3 months, and we only need to hold out for 2. We should be fine.
That is true. But are you not concerned about a worst-case scenario?
No, I'm not. We will protect this place and return to the Ark all in one piece.
Have they not gotten resupplies and support since the operation started?
Very well. Let us eat.
I'll notify Snow White and Rapunzel. We can all eat together. I'll cook us something.
I didn't know you could cook.
I'm no Lilith, but I can whip up something simple. It'll at least be better than all this preserved junk, that's for sure.
Sounds good to me.
Be right back.
Thank you, but I must continue standing guard. It'd be much appreciated if you brought my food here.
I was kind of hoping
That they can all eat together? Snow White has really changed since Red Ash.
that we could eat together.
I cannot abandon my post. The Raptures could invade at any moment.
If that happens, we'll stop them together.
That would mean the deaths of more people. We must be the first to strike. If we retaliate after an attack, it will already be too late.
Then I'll cook here. That would work, wouldn't it?
I don't foresee any problem with that.
I'll tell everyone to gather here then.
Fine. What are we having?
Snow White's always a glutton, but she's so serious about her mission now, since Red Hood's gone. It's nice of Dorothy to try so hard to make this work. She's being a true leader.
I haven't decided yet.
I hope it's something delicious. Why are you laughing?
Sorry. I was just thinking that you haven't changed all that much after all. Even after a mind switch, you're still the same old Snow White. Your way of speaking may have changed somewhat, but you're still you.
Is that so?
Yes. Anyway, I'll go get Rapunzel.
From Dorothy's perspective, she went from a little girl to an adult. But it's nice to see some things don't change, right?
She should be over by the gravesite.
I figured that's where I'd find her. I'll be back.
Spirits rest well, and then it's Gemini casting. I missed you.
Rapunzel,
Hello, Dorothy.
are you praying?
Yes,
What are you praying for?
I'm praying that everyone here will find peace moving forward.
Then I will pray with you.
You will?
2 is better than 1, isn't it?
I appreciate your concern. But it's okay. This is something I need to do.
Well, when you're done, come down to the guard post. We're all going to eat together.
Very well. I will pray for 30 more minutes.
Sounds good.
A table has been set up under the guard post, atop which there is a smorgasbord
Snow
of food.
White, why don't you come down and join us?
No, I'm not moving from my post.
Fine, then I'll bring some up to you.
Are those mashed potatoes I smell?
She has a soft spot for potatoes, doesn't she?
That's right.
And that beside it, is that cream of mushroom soup? With black pepper sprinkled on top?
Oh shoot, she likes mushroom soup. This isn't even like super quality food, but...
What are you frying over there? Is that tempura?
Maybe it is, maybe it isn't.
Why don't you come down already and eat with us?
Yeah, come on. There aren't any raptures around.
What? A shot rings out from Snow White's rifle. Oh, come on! They were just trying to have dinner! They don't get a rest, do they?
Raptures off in the distance, numbering approximately 4,000.
4,000?! Okay, yeah, I don't think they get a rest anymore.
All artillery types, take cover! Everyone, get down!
But the food! Resting, relaxing. There's a cacophony of noise as Snow White's gunfire melds with artillery fire from off in the distance. The guard post takes direct hit. Dust flies everywhere amongst the ensuing explosion.
Snow White, try to get the artillery types.
Roger.
Scarlet, you and I will get closer. We can't do much damage at this distance. I'll cover you once we get close. You get in there and slash them to pieces.
Understood. Let us proceed.
Rapunzel, take the mass-produced Nikes and aim for any raptures that we miss.
Leave it to me!
We're going in!
So,
Bolt, follow me.
there's a happy ending at the end of this, right, chat? There's a happy ending at the end of this. Everything's gonna be Daijobu.
Need a sharper
Everyone's
sword.
gonna be happy, sane,
Reload.
healthy, celebrating heroes of humanity. Yeah. Yeah, let's look forward to that.
A commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
Rapunzel, give me a sit rep.
All mass-produced Nikkes were wiped out, except one.
What? Even with Scarlet and Dorothy spearheading the attack and Rapunzel backing up the mass-produced Nikkes, they got slaughtered. There's only one left? Oh shoot, is it Rappy?
The building for our food storage was hit as well.
No way!
This is not good.
Some of it must be salvageable. We can gather whatever survived the impact.
It was a direct hit by an incendiary device.
That's evil.
It's all been burnt to a crisp.
They have no food. Support, for the most part, is just one mass-produced Nikke left. They have each other, I guess.
So nothing is left.
They go from potentially having a nice dinner together to just literally no food at all.
What
Wow.
misfortune indeed. It doth seem we shall go hungry for the 2 months that are to come.
Scarlet crouches down and picks up a small
What is
bag.
this? Seeds?
We can
Who
plant.
would bring seeds to a place like this? How long did they plan on staying here? Such piddly sustenance would not even make a dent in my appetite. It would be an age before these seeds grow. They are useless.
Scarlet tosses the seeds back onto the ground.
First things first. We need to gather anything edible.
Oh no. How long does Overzone go on for? Do they fight until these seeds grow into actual... Oh shoot.
I will stand guard.
No. Right now, it's more important to...
The only reason we're here right now is that we got the drop on them. If we had been late to react, there's no telling what would have happened.
All right. I trust your judgment.
They're not backing out from the perimeter or the scar post, huh? If you don't have supplies, you usually should just pull back. 1 hour later.
This is all that's left.
10 protein bars, 2 bags of cookies, and 3 bags of potato chips.
And this is supposed to last how long?
With our numbers, this cannot constitute even 2 meals. Speaking of which, whatever befell our alcohol reserves?
Untouched.
Is this before Scarlet is an alcoholic?
Praise the heavens, not all is lost.
Oh, no, I think she's already alcoholic by now. Okay, well.
I thought this was a densely populated area.
Correct. Throngs of people gathered here, hoping that there was space in the Ark. I doth recall a veritable sea of temporary camps.
I'll head over there and poke around. There could be some leftover food.
Perchance, but mine hopes are not high. Nevertheless, 'tis better than doing nothing. I shall accompany you.
No, I'll be okay by myself. You stay here with Rapunzel and keep this area secure.
A leader acting alone? You of all people should know how foolish a proposition that is.
Precisely. I'll go with you.
No, I have to do this on my own. A true leader should always be the one to take the first step into the unknown. Lilith would have done the same.
I'm going with you. I insist.
Attend to the mass-produced Nikkes. They fought until the bitter end. Give them a proper send-off. They deserve that much. I knew coming here would cost them their lives, yet I asked them to come anyway. I have no right to mourn. If more than one of us leaves this place, we won't be able to protect ourselves.
If anything happens, fire off a signal flare.
I will. Don't worry.
That's the surviving Nikke. She's going to die. I feel it in my heart.
Pina? Are you okay?
Wow, you remember my name?
Of course.
It's just that most people do not remember us mass-produced Nikkes by name. I'm fine. My comrades fought with all they had.
And we thank you all for it.
I apologize for intruding, but I overheard you say you're heading towards the temporary camp?
Yes. We have to procure more food.
May I go with you? At the very least, I could help you carry whatever we find.
No, that won't be necessary. It's dangerous. There could be raptures in hiding.
What difference does it make whether I'm felled by a rapture or starved to death? I end up the same either way. I'm sorry. Bad joke.
It's so dreary, guys.
I just want to be of some help.
Pina?
That's why we're here, isn't it? To help with mundane tasks.
You don't have to say it like that.
I'm only joking. You may think I'm overstepping my boundaries by saying this, but are we not comrades in arms?
By the way, this kind of dry humor is normal for a soldier. So, Pina might seem weird, but that's how real soldiers are.
When times get tough, we must work together.
Dorothy.
Fine. I suppose I could use your help.
Thank you. I'll do my best.
Okay, well, she's definitely gonna die. Looking forward to that moment. I guess.
Whatever. I'll just do what I can. I'm on my way.
I was just getting into the groove. Better.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
I like whenever the raptor didn't even get a drop yet. I like whenever the AoE happens, the moon shows up.
But my comrades are stronger.
Near the Ark entrance, temporary camp.
Look at all these abandoned cars, tents, kitchen items. Do you think people wanted to live here?
No.
No. They were holding out for a miracle that would never come. Only a select few, a fraction of the population, was able to enter the Ark.
Does anyone have an idea of the Ark's population? Or how many people one Ark can hold? And as far as we know from the video game, in the Nikke universe, there's only one surviving Ark. And outside of above ground civilizations like Eden, there's nothing else, right? So then all these people dying just gives humanity a worse off chance of surviving.
Most people weren't so lucky. So they made these camps near the entrance of the Ark and waited.
So they
hoping
died?
against hope that there would be more room.
And that never happened?
No, it didn't. Other candidates were selected for entry.
So the people who were here...
Yeah.
If that's true, why didn't the people here go somewhere else?
Where is there to go?
There was nowhere else to go. Their hometowns had been destroyed by the Raptures, along with everything else on the planet. Coming here was their final option. The Ark seemed so close, yet so far away. When they realized there was no space for them in paradise, and their last traces of hope had been snuffed out, they broke.
Will the same thing happen to us?
Not for us, no.
Are you sure about that?
There is a place we can go back to.
Are you
I
sure
see.
about that?
Well, let's hurry and find some food. Should we start by searching all the tents?
Yes, but be careful when you open the...
Are these tents just filled with dead people? The tent opens up. Inside, there are the bodies of a couple embracing each other. Oh shoot, they ended themselves. Okay, well. A pungent chemical smell permeates the air.
I don't see anything. I'll move on to the next one.
Alright. They are soldiers, chat.
Does that not bother you?
Of course it does. Just not as much as it used to. Maybe it's got something to do with whatever job I had as a human.
Do you still have memories of when you were a human?
Nothing specific. More of a general feeling, I suppose. That reminds me, don't the members of Goddess still have all their memories?
Yes.
Wow, that must be really... painful.
Huh?
I feel like there would be some cognitive dissonance. It's like I'm myself, but different. If it were me, I'd probably have experienced a mind switch by now. That's why I have so much respect for you.
Thank you.
How about we move on to the next tent? I'll check what's inside the tents. You can check the surrounding area.
No, I can check as well.
Dorothy, be honest. You're not familiar with the sight of a human corpse, are you? I'll do it. We don't want a goddess doing all the dirty work anyway.
I want to do it, please.
I want you to not do it and not become crazy, please.
If you insist.
Thank you.
Ark entrance, temporary
this?
outpost.
Canned food?
Yes, I brought back some that were still in good condition. Be sure to inspect it before eating it, though. Better safe than sorry.
This is the most fruitful bounty you've returned with. More than enough to last us until tomorrow.
It's just one day. Okay, well, that's another day down.
Hina did exceptionally well.
Please, I didn't do all that much. Anyway, eat up, everyone.
What about you two?
We ate on the way back.
Did you?
So you choose to transport some material back in your stomach. Most sagacious of you.
That was the idea.
I'll divvy this up to everyone. You go ahead and get some rest, Dorothy.
No, I'm fine. I can help.
You say you're fine, but your face says otherwise. Get some rest.
I don't think they ate. Come on, you just saw those dead bodies. You wouldn't be hungry.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh my good.
Ew, this one looks pretty nasty. No wonder. The tent's all ripped, so it's been exposed to the sun.
What is this?
A human body.
A person.
But how?
Humans are different from Nikke's. Once they die and enough time passes, this is what happens to them. Let's move on to the next tent.
Yes, that might be for the best.
She's just trying to put on a strong face for everyone, because she's the leader. I've heard a lot of first responder stories to finding dead bodies. The ones that have been out there for a month. The worst one I ever heard was someone who died in a bathtub.
I'm on my way.
And because it's filled with water, they found that person a month in. And when they tried removing that person, their body, their skin was stuck to the bathtub. I'm not gonna keep describing it, but like, yeah, I can imagine how bad that is.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
2 weeks later. They made it to 2 weeks. Dorothy stares at the empty box as she
Nothing
speaks.
today. Same as yesterday.
So they're literally not even eating anymore. How have they not received any support from the Ark? Are they being left out there to die?
We haven't found a single scrap for 4 days now.
Okay, so this makes sense why she hates the Ark. They left their best squad to die.
There's nothing left back in the camp.
Sorry, but I gathered every last morsel I could find. That place has been picked clean.
Have there been any word from the Ark?
No, I'll keep trying.
I see. Did thou perchance notify them of the destruction of our water tank in the last skirmish?
They don't even have water anymore.
Yes.
And that our forces have been reduced to a single mass-produced Nikke?
Yes.
They should pull back. Why are they holding this perimeter? There's no point.
That we don't have any electricity?
Yes.
Pull back.
That we are slowly but surely dying?
Yes, I included everything in my report.
They should be pulling back. You can't hold a position like this. You have nothing.
There are still 5 weeks remaining until the Ark is sealed. I do not say this in hopes of crushing your spirit, but from the looks of it, I think we...
Stop. That will not
Dorothy.
happen. We are the Goddess Squad.
No.
Mankind's last hope. The Goddess of Victory. That will never happen. It can't happen.
They're gonna give up everything for this.
It's just that our communications haven't gone through yet.
That's copium.
You must trust me, Scarlet.
I'm trying to.
I will go and pray.
You've been doing a lot of that recently.
Because so many have passed on.
I realize that, but sometimes it feels like you act more on behalf of the dead than you do the living.
The dead might be better right now.
Dorothy, just pull back.
What?
They do not get angry, depressed, or hurt others. If you ask me, being here right now is worse than death.
What are you saying?
Do you yearn for the silence that comes with death? Such a yearning is not unreasonable given our current predicament.
Scarlett's gonna be reasonable about it. Alright, cool.
I'm leaving.
No, wait. We have to discuss our plans going forward.
Then why aren't you calling Snow White?
Because she is standing guard.
Everyone's coping right now. Everyone is just doing their best to try and get through another day. Dorothy needs to call retreat. I don't get it. Even if you are humanity's last hope and all of that, you can't hold this position.
There hasn't been a single attack for 5 days now.
She's been keeping watch for 5 days straight, without any sleep.
Are even the Raptors ignoring them now?
For us. Not for the dead, but for us, the living.
I too need some time alone.
Then you stand guard. Keep watch with your staff that couldn't hit the broadside of a barn.
What the hell? That is so unnecessary.
Are you saying that I'm of no help?
What are you doing?
No, I'm sorry.
Enough. Cease with these squabbles. If we are to go hungry for a few days, then what of it? We are Nikke's, so we can withstand such...
Oh, is this where Scarlet truly becomes alcoholic? Okay, you can see the cost on everybody as this progresses, but Dorothy really should be calling retreat.
What is this?
Dorothy approaches Scarlet and grabs her hand.
Halt! Steady thy hand.
I'm detecting high concentrations of alcohol.
Yeah.
Given our paucity of options for nourishment, I elected to drink instead. 'Tis made of grain and all the same.
Have you lost your mind? Drinking in a situation like this?
I fail to see what is so egregious about it. I simply imbibed one drink. Merely one.
Yikes. It got really tense in here all of a sudden.
Everyone's tired.
It pains me to see the goddess squad fighting like this.
My apologies, but we are not dancing simians sent here to entertain you.
No, but you're a spectacle nonetheless.
Thy tongue doth become loose. Watch thy words.
Me and the other Nikkes have been watching you all this time. Ever since you first came onto the battlefield. Mankind's last hope. The goddess of victory. Is there any other title more suitable for you than this one? So you have to keep it together. Don't fight with one another. And if you do it somewhere we can't see.
I'm afraid we don't have the luxury of accommodating such a banal request.
I won't accept that. Even if you can't, you should at least try.
Thou dares to speak to me in such a manner?
Every last one of the mass-produced Nikkes volunteered so that we could fight alongside you. That includes me. We didn't risk our lives to see our heroes bickering and tearing at each other's throats. You dishonor those who gave their lives by acting like this. So I'm begging you, please stop. I'm going to rest. Call me if anything happens.
Of that, Pine walks off.
Oh,
We should rest as well.
I pray for their souls' safe return. May they return to their hometowns in peace. In the next life, may they be at peace and live a life without war. Save them. Save these souls who died in agony. Comfort them. Care for them and welcome them into your arms.
Dorothy walks off without a word.
Dorothy? Why are you up so late? Are you on patrol? Come, sit beside me. What, this? Fear not. These are not spirits, merely water. I was rather parched this evening and wanted to quench my thirst.
You can't quench your thirst with alcohol, but okay.
Should thou doubt the honesty of my words, then pray take some yourself. This is a magic elixir that will melt all your worries away.
Again, Dorothy walks off without saying anything.
Is that you, Dorothy?
Yes, it's me.
Nothing unusual sighted yet. Go in and rest. I'll stay here. Do you have new orders for me? I'm sorry, but I cannot abandon my post. You should speak to Scarlet or Rapunzel.
She already has.
They're both...
Huh?
Nothing. It's nothing.
Is that so?
Would you come down for a moment?
I cannot. I must stand guard.
For a third time, Dorothy walks off without saying anything.
Do you wish to contact the Ark?
Affirmative.
Communication open. All recorded messages will be transmitted to the Ark. However, in the event of poor signal, transmission may fail.
Goddess Squad to the Ark. The situation here is hopeless. We are in desperate need of backup and additional resources. The likelihood of us being able to successfully protect the entrance of the Ark is dwindling. Please send the materials I have requested as soon as this message is received. That is all. Awaiting further correspondence.
Recording complete. Transmitting voice message to Ark. In the event of a failed transmission, what action would you like to take?
Keep sending it until it goes through.
Command recognition complete. Proceeding to area with superior signal.
Collection robot rolls away.
I need to go see Lilith.
The grass flutters in the blowing wind. Dorothy gazes at a woman lying in a crudely constructed sarcophagus. The woman looks at peace, almost like she's asleep.
It's not easy being a leader. You made it look so simple. You always made the right spur-of-the-moment decisions and got along with everyone. I didn't know it would be this hard. What should I do? How can I get myself out of this hole I'm in?
I know the answer.
Peanut, how did you...
This is Lilith's resting place. I come here every once in a while. I never knew her personally, but she is a legend among legends. As for tonight, I followed you here.
You just said you had the answer. What do you mean?
Dorothy, you've never once asked for help from anyone else. Is it a pride thing? Or do you just like solving your issues on your own?
Is that what I've been doing?
Yes.
I had no idea.
You don't trust others.
That's true.
Why is that?
I'm not sure. Doing things yourself is so much faster than asking someone else to do it. And I know for sure it'll get done if I handle it. I've never liked asking people for help.
So stubborn.
That's right.
You need to learn to ask your colleagues for help.
I don't know how.
Then let me teach you. All you have to do is say a few precious words. I need your help.
Does that actually work?
Works like a charm. People don't say it enough. It's genuine, unambiguous. It makes your intentions clear as can be.
How? But what they really need is the Ark support.
This outfit.
Need a sharper sword.
Oh no, I was just getting into the groove.
You're a rather tenacious foe. I'm on my way.
Did you see that?
I just think it's irresponsible.
I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
From the Ark, from Dorothy. There's no way they can hold this place. So they should back off. But then we know humanity has been just really bad at doing literally everything, so. As for our statement earlier, fun fact, did you know Canadians refused to take any prisoners of war during World War I, instead execute any surrendering Germans? Not as polite as we look, lol. Well, Canadians were always used as stormtroopers, shock troops, and we spearheaded a lot of assaults and taking of territory, so yeah, I don't suspect we had the patience for prisoners, but I don't think that was a common or normal thing just to execute everyone.
If only there were a worthy
Oh, there's another
opponent.
fight. By the way, if anyone's enjoying the stream and you haven't already, be sure to drop a follow, subscribe, like. All those things help a lot. Would really appreciate it.
You're rather
Oh,
tenacious.
we're gonna make
foe.
sure to finish Overzone tonight. This is dreary. I'm wondering when it gets good instead of just sad and depressing. That's what I'm wondering about.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
Dorothy stands
Is that you?
underneath the guard post.
Yes,
Nothing out of the ordinary so far.
that's good.
Any orders for me?
Snow White,
Yes?
have you slept?
No.
Eaten?
No.
Will you come down?
I have to be on the lookout.
I need your help.
Huh?
Please.
Oh, she listens. Snow White jumps down from the lookout and stands
Out
in
with
front of
it.
Dorothy.
What do I need to do?
We need food. We need to get the electricity back on, and we also need drinking water. We need to repair the equipment that's been damaged, and we need more ammunition.
Okay, I will handle it.
All of it?
I can't get through to the Ark. Meanwhile, all Rapunzel does is pray, and Scarlet is drinking herself into a stupor. Lilith is dead, and Red Hood isn't here either. I am losing hope.
Dorothy.
That's the first mention of Red Hood.
Yes?
Have you slept?
No.
Eaten?
No.
Snow White takes out a protein bar and hands it to Dorothy.
Eat this, then go get some sleep. I'll search the perimeter and gather the supplies we need. The lookout can wait. I'll leave this area to you.
I'll go with you.
If you aren't here, who will be in charge of defenses? We can't leave it to an alcoholic or someone lost in prayer.
Very pragmatic, yeah.
You look like death.
Can't argue with that.
Do I?
You're our leader. This isn't a good look for you. Be bold. Be proud. We've earned that right. You have most of all.
You really haven't changed.
You have.
Have I?
This is the first time you've ever asked for help.
There's nothing wrong with that, though.
I don't know whether you honestly are willing to work together with your squad mates. Or if you're simply grasping at straws because you're desperate.
A little bit of both, I'd say.
I'll drop in once a day.
Snow White walks away.
Oh, Snow White. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Snow White is so mature now. What the heck? I guess she was kind of forced to grow up after Red Hood was gone. This is such a different perspective from anyone else playing Overzone, because this is after New Year event and after Red Ash. So chronologically, I have the most complete story going into this.
A commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
Dorothy, I haven't seen Snow White around. Nothing bad happened, right?
She went off to search for anything useful nearby.
Then who is on lookout?
I'm taking over for her.
But...
What?
Pina, it's like you said. We are the goddess of victory, mankind's last hope. We are the goddess squad. We mustn't show any weakness. If any one of us stumbles, then the others will pick them up. We must put on a brave front in front of mankind, and in front of everyone else. In order to do that, we need to be strong. That means we can't waste all of our time praying or drinking.
You mean...
Yes. Rapunzel and Scarlet have fallen, and I'm going to pick them up. Will you come with me?
Can I?
Of course. You saw us stumble and you were saddened by it. I need to show you how we get back up.
How's Pina holding it in? She's just a mass-produced Nikke. She seems to be holding this in better than anyone else, and she should be more isolated than everybody else.
It's the least I can do for someone who has stood by us for so long.
Wait a second, is she a figment of Dorothy's imagination? I guess let's find out.
I want to be someone that you and everyone else can look up to.
I don't know, man. It just seems like it's only Pina and Dorothy in a lot of these scenes.
Glittery is here.
I'm on my way.
Things seem so bad. Usually when things go bad, your mind plays tricks on you to try and help you cope.
Next. You're a rather tenacious foe.
Oh, he actually got to the burst. What the heck?
Lady Luck is always on our side.
Scarlet talks to her? I guess briefly.
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
We're almost done the first part.
Rapunzel.
Give redemption to those who have gone before us. Let them be forever at peace. Let them suffer no pain.
Get up.
May all of us be redeemed.
Rapunzel.
Have mercy on us and lend us the strength to carry on.
No one will save us. The only one that can save us is us. We must keep those who are gone in our hearts and continue to fight for those who are still alive.
But what of those poor souls who died in vain?
Who said their deaths were in vain?
What?
Who says that those who are buried here died for nothing?
The
This
blank
is the
look on
first time I've
Rapunzel.
heard such a
I've never
sentiment.
seen it before.
You may not hear it, but you know it in your heart.
Those who perish do not feel they died a meaningless death. That I can promise you. They proudly gave their lives and remained brave until the very end.
No, they cry out in anguish, bemoaning the injustice of it all.
Okay, Rapunzel might be crazy.
None of them would ever think that, let alone say it. Having fought alongside them, this much I know.
Then what is it that I'm hearing? Then what is this voice stricken with such grief, crying out at this injustice?
That's you. That's Rapunzel.
That's how you feel.
What?
All of these soldiers gave their lives in a battle they never signed up for. The Ark that we're putting our lives on the line for isn't responding to us. That's why you're upset. We have no food or water. The electricity is down, and countless soldiers have died. We never know when the raptures will strike at us next. We're on edge day and night. You're exhausted and want to give up, but your comrades who lifted you up and cheered you on are no longer here. That's why you're lost.
Dorothy.
Just as I miss Lilith, you miss Red Hood. But they are no longer with us.
Wow, Rapunzel was that close to Red Hood? All they did was share naughty magazines together. I guess that was a connection.
Getting yourself killed won't mean you'll get to them again. You want to hear their voice again, but you can't. We cannot see or communicate with the dead. If you say you hear their voices, then you're only lying to yourself. You're only hearing what you want to hear. An illusion of your own creation. Listen to my voice. I'm asking for your help. I'm right in front of you, living and breathing, talking to you. And I'm offering my hand. I'm hoping that you'll take it and stand up. The dead can't pull you up. They can only pull you down.
Dorothy.
Take my hand, one that's living, and get up. If we fall, we'll fall together. If we get back up, we'll do it together. We are the Goddess Squad. Mankind's last hope, the goddess of victory.
I never thought
You've already become one. You are a symbol of hope. You are a goddess.
Yeah, you're a beacon of hope to us all. No one can ever defeat you.
Please, Rapunzel. Don't turn your back on those who are still living. Get up. Neither the commander nor Lilith would have wanted you to be overcome by death.
Yeah.
Rapunzel,
Can you give me a little more time? I want to say farewell.
Okay.
Then I'll get up.
Rapunzel begins to pray and grasps Dorothy's hand and slowly stands up.
Thank you, Dorothy.
thank you too, Rapunzel.
Red Hood is dead? Red Hood is missing. They don't know, but you can presume she's dead. Because from the last time they interacted with each other, she said goodbye. Because they presume she's just gonna go perish.
Need a sharper sword. I'm on my way.
We have a side story about Red Hood reached critical corruption and how she became one of Rappy. So we don't know that. Which makes sense, because I'm at chapter 24 now and I still don't know. I still have no idea what happened to Red Hood to become Rappy. Anyone with tips against SI Gravedigger, usually you're just too weak for it, but use your meta units, do as much damage, break the circles. People will tell you to use shotguns and whatnot, but it's just pointless. If you're too weak, it doesn't matter. Is there something... There's just something about Scarlet being drunk that I appreciate so much.
Oh, if it isn't my lovely compatriot, Dorothy. Did thou finally decide to partake in the imbibing of spirits with me?
How much alcohol did they bring?
Sit, sit. I kept your seat warm.
Dorothy picks up a bottle and slams it on the ground.
What are you doing?
Dorothy picks up another bottle and shatters it on the floor. They're gonna fight.
Stop.
Why? Starting to sober up?
It will take more than that to get me sober.
I figured as much. That's because you were never drunk to begin with.
Oh. Dorothy lifts up a half-empty bottle.
Put that down!
Gulp, gulp, gulp. Dorothy downs the entire bottle within seconds.
No! Dorothy, what are you doing?
It really is water?
Have some, Pina.
Pina takes the bottle from Dorothy and presses it to her lips.
Huh? Oh. This is just water.
No, it's alcohol.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
She's a fake alcoholic? Why would you even do that?
Something didn't seem right from the start. With how hard you've been hitting the sauce, or so you claimed, there's no way that much booze would still be left.
Yeah.
So tell me, what exactly did you hope to achieve by pretending to act drunk as a skunk?
Drunk as a skunk.
Simply desired to feel inebriated.
Dorothy sits in front of Scarlet. She takes another swig from the bottle.
Huh.
Pretty good booze.
She's gonna play along?
The best.
Let me pour you a shot.
Let me pour you one too.
The two take turns sipping from the bottle of water. Scarlet and Dorothy remain silent. Only the clinking of glass bottles fills the air.
My intoxication has soared to new heights now that I have a drinking buddy.
I'm feeling a bit tipsy myself.
Then let us exchange some honest words in this state of inebriation.
Okay, can I go first? I have something to ask you.
By all means.
Why do you drink?
'Tis a source of solace for me. I work myself to the bone. Forsooth, my sister and I spent many a day and many a night in battle, and all that while I wielded this sword and nothing more.
I thought that was a choice, though.
One fateful day, my sister shuffled off this mortal coil, and bequeathed this sword, the fleetly fading, to me.
I'm not sure if she actually did that now that we played through New Year, New Sword. But I'm sure her sister would have been happy to give the sword to her.
Then I met you all. Lilith and Red Hood were exemplary individuals.
Wow, Red Hood left that much of an impact on everyone.
You all as well. It gave me the motivation to take up the sword once more. I had a renewed sense of purpose. I would help the humans get to the Ark. I thought that would be the end. Yet here I am, fighting once more. I just want to rest.
Haven't you had enough rest by now?
I have. More than enough. So I'm going to get up and fight again.
Good.
Dorothy? Why do you fight?
I want to be proud of something. Is there any honor greater than being the goddess of victory? I want everyone to know of me. I want to be someone other people look up to and aspire to be.
Is that perchance why thou desires to become a leader?
Yes. Because I saw what I wanted to be right in front of me. Someone I wanted to become.
Let me ruminate on this. I surmise thou art 20% of what Lilith was.
Come on, Scarlet. Why would you say that?
Thanks.
It's high praise, I guess.
Lilith is Lilith, and you are you.
I know.
Okay, I'll hydrate.
Now that we have drunk our fill and spoken much, let us start moving.
Let's.
Huh? What bothers thee?
Over there.
Pine is pointing at something. Some distance away, there's a small sprout growing from the ground. Yeah, that sprout that she tossed on the ground, it really is growing now.
Even in an inhospitable place such as this, life begins anew.
Those are the seeds you threw away.
Huh?
Dorothy, Scarlet, and Pine stare at the sprout for a while in silence. Dorothy stands
Let's
up.
go. We have a lot to do.
Do you wish to contact the Ark?
Affirmative.
Communication open. All recorded messages will be transmitted to the Ark. However, in the event of poor signal, transmission may fail.
Goddess Squad to the Ark. We are 20 days into Operation Ark Guardian. Relaying status update on temporary guard post. Nothing further to report. All is well.
Wait, what? All is not well. Why are you reporting that?
We require no additional assistance.
Wait, why?
We will repel any and all rapture attacks until the time when the Ark is sealed.
Why? You need help.
We do, however, request confirmation of the promise made to us. Once this is over, we will be taken to the Ark. Once there, we will assume our rightful place as Goddess of Victory. We have ensured the survival of mankind, and we request that we be rewarded accordingly. That is all. Awaiting further correspondence.
Recording complete. Transmitting voice message to Ark. In the event of a failed transmission, what action would you like to take?
Keep sending it until it goes through.
Command recognition complete. Proceeding to area with superior signal.
The collection robot wheels itself away, rattling loudly as it does so. Okay, I get she doesn't believe support is coming, but to call it off is... why? They are in a horrendous situation.
Need a sharper sword.
Hey Egg, sorry about that. I'm only gonna be responding to things during these pauses,
You're
these
rather
fights.
tenacious, though.
Otherwise, it will drag the story out. We don't have that much time. I suspect we'll have exactly enough time to finish Overzone before the trailer comes
A
up.
commendable battle, but I desire stronger opponents next time.
So I'm trying to not add additional time. But yeah, if you guys write anything down, I'll read it. But I'll just respond to it during the next pause. If you watch Scarlet's BS episode, you will know of her time with the God Squad. I'm sure I will. A morale boost? But for who? I think the idea is that she doesn't want us to be seen as weak and asking for outside help. I get that. But the struggle is so immense right now. They are in such poor shape. I just don't understand why they're not backing off and pulling back. I know she has a reputation to uphold, but this isn't worth dying over. The soundtrack, by the way, sounds like Nier soundtrack.
What is this?
What's all this? Something I found while searching the area.
Everyone stares at the various items that Snow White brought back.
Electric wires, bricks,
canned food?
Food.
There's even alcohol.
That's the first thing you noticed?
'Tis instinct.
What's in this bag?
A deer.
What kind of deer?
Wildlife still survives. So I take it raptors don't hunt wildlife. Just
Beats
humans.
me.
And Nikkes.
But I know it's a deer of some kind. I don't know how to skin it, so I brought it back whole.
I wonder who in the squad knows how to skin.
Can we not simply tear its limbs asunder and proceed to feast henceforth?
Okay. Scarlet talks with such etiquette and then proceeds to have none.
No.
I know how to skin a deer.
What? Pine, how?
You do?
Yeah, I've roasted deer a couple times. It's not fine dining, but you can do a lot worse.
Ooh, how exciting.
What happened out there, Snow White?
Sorry, I guess deer isn't really your style.
No, not that. I mean, how'd you keep lookout and capture this at the same time? Not that I'm complaining.
Dorothy.
Yes. From now on, our goal is survival. Since the Ark has been unresponsive, we should proceed on the assumption that we will be operating without assistance. We should ensure that the guard post is kept secure at the very least. 2 of us will stay here, while the others search the area for anything that will help us survive.
Is that the best course of action?
If we want to live, yes. We'll secure as much food as possible. In theory, we don't require food in order to survive. We just have to ensure that we provide the minimum amount of calories required to keep our brains functioning properly.
No thanks. My core provides more than enough power, so I don't have to eat anything.
I don't think so, Pine. That's not how it works. As for the brain calorie thing, your brain devours a lot of calories, surprisingly.
Mass-produced Nikkes are different from us prototypes, and technically don't require sustenance of any kind. That much is true. However, as soon as you begin to acknowledge the fact that you don't need to eat...
That's when the mind switch occurs.
Mine own eyes hath witnessed it many times before. 'Tis a most excruciating sight to behold.
Scarlet's missing out the part where she's killed Nikkes who have mind switched.
So even mass-produced Nikkes have to eat and sleep.
Understood.
When you've got time, you can focus on repairing the guard post and enhancing our equipment. We won't be needing any blankets to cover up with, or fire. That makes things easier.
So, as long as we can scrounge up more food, then we'll be okay? We can get by on that, right?
No.
No.
We have to do something. We can't just stay here.
Huh.
I found some useful routes while searching nearby. All of us can get a first look at them together. Then we can break off into separate paths.
Sounds like a plan.
So we're going to abandon this place?
Yes.
Good.
Snow White, how long will it take to confirm all the routes?
Since we'll only be giving them a cursory glance, I'd say half a day.
All right then, let's move out.
Is this really a good idea? What if the raptors come while no one is here?
Don't worry. They'd need more than half a day to break through here and get to the Ark. Are you still concerned?
Yes.
We cannot afford to have a worry ward on our team.
There's other outposts, aren't there? This isn't the only outpost. Like, it has to be a perimeter surrounding the Ark entrance, right? So there's other outposts. It just so happens the God Squad's the one that holds this one. Because otherwise, why don't they just go around?
We are simply left with no recourse. We will set off without thee.
Dorothy, you and Pina stay here. We'll come back tomorrow and fill you in on what we find.
All right.
We'll be back.
Enjoy yourselves.
Snow White, Scarlet, and Rapunzel walk off together.
Pina,
Yes?
you said you know how to skin a deer, didn't you?
Oh, right.
A skinned deer carcass lies in front of Dorothy and Peanut.
And that's how you do it. Not too hard, right?
No, it's quite simple. It's just... I can't do this.
She's too much of a lady. By the way, the first time I've ever seen someone skin a deer, and I think a lot of you guys are the same here, from Game of Thrones, Tyrion's father. Remember that scene where they're talking in the tents? And he's skinning the deer. I think that's the first time ever I saw it.
You've got a weaker stomach than I imagined. I thought there was nothing a goddess couldn't do.
Even if it's us, we are not invincible. Be honest with me, Pina. We're an embarrassment, aren't we? Going on about how we're goddess of victory, the saviors of mankind, when all we do is wallow in our own self-pity and misery. The fact that we've stooped so low in such a short amount of time.
I thought you had overcome greater adversities than this.
We have. That's because back then there was something to look forward to. But now I can't see what's waiting for me up ahead. The place that we thought would be our paradise has turned its back on us. Despite that, we continue to lay our lives on the line to protect it. How is that fair? It's enough to infuriate anyone. So for the time being, it's no longer my top priority. If we want to protect the Ark, then we've got to stay alive, don't we?
That's true.
We will survive. And with these 2 feet, I will walk into the Ark. I'll walk on a pathway of flowers, with a beaming smile on my face as everyone lavishes me with praise.
I don't think that's happening. Okay, so... because I played through Chapter 23 now, and Chapter 22, I understand why this matters so much to her, or why she felt that way.
I hope you'll be there walking with me, Pina.
I will.
Yeah, that's not happening either.
I know that sound.
Let's move.
Is it a lore class? A horde of raptors rush forward, creating a thick cloud of dust.
There's so many of them.
That's why there haven't been any attacks recently.
They're gathering strength.
What do? We can't take on so many of them.
Remember the first strike they repelled that we got to see was 4,000 raptors. And they haven't been attacking, so this must be way more.
Fire the signal flare. Find some cover and don't come out.
What about you?
I'm going to fight.
It's impossible by yourself. We should both hide.
No, don't ask me why. But I feel like I can do anything right now. Sit back and watch. Don't ever forget what you're about to see.
So we know Red Hood, Lilith, can rip raptors apart with their hands. So I would suspect Dorothy could do the same.
They just developed something like an infinite magazine.
Ignis says, I've seen that stuff in person. If you've gone hunting, then I guess, yeah, you've seen them in person. For most people, they haven't.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
Alright, the end of part 1.
All clear.
She won? Well, of course she won. But what?
Pina, did you see? Did you see what I've done?
Is she dead? She's dead.
You can come out now, Pina.
Dorothy.
Well, how'd I do? Didn't I seem like a true goddess of victory?
Dorothy.
Oh. Is there any bit of happiness in this story? No, I think the answer is no.
Dorothy.
No. No.
This can't be happening!
Dorothy.
Snap out Can you hear me? You can't be corrupted. I'm here. I am the goddess of victory, mankind's last hope.
Dorothy.
Pina!
Kill me. Hurry, before it's too late.
I can't. How can I do that?
Together, fight glory. Paradise together. Good.
The signal flare!
They couldn't have picked a worse time if they tried.
Let's go.
Dorothy!
Are you alright?
Oh, she kept firing the entire time.
Dorothy!
Oh.
What are you doing? Put the gun down!
That's enough, Dorothy.
Has anyone seen my bullet? It won't fire. I don't have any bullets.
Snow White slowly walks up to Dorothy and gently takes the gun from
Give
her.
it back.
Dorothy.
Give it back. Give back. Pina. We were going to paradise together. So, give it back. My precious wings.
Where's Dorothy?
In her room, resting.
Is it not dangerous to leave her alone?
I removed anything she could use to harm herself.
Jeez.
Snow White is also standing outside her door.
Very well. There was something that triggered the corruption. It must have come from the side instead of the front.
How did she get corrupted? That's a good question.
So, Pina...
Did thy eyes witness the sheer size of that rapture? It must have been 5 times our size. Nevertheless, Pina took it down entirely by her own hand.
Wow. Wow.
What an incredible spectacle, no? Despite the disparity in strength, she took it down single-handedly. All to protect Dorothy. At that moment, she was a true goddess.
Absolutely. She was stronger than any of us.
Pina.
Voice transmission from Ark.
What?
Would you like to listen?
Overzone to be continued. That's part 1, chat. I don't think there was a single happy moment in part 1. What was the happiest moment? Like, you can argue there was a happy moment, immediately followed by a much worse sad moment. None of this was happy. I don't think anything good happened in part 1. Oh, we found food. Oh wait, there's a ton of dead bodies and we don't want to deal with it. I mean, You don't want to deal with it. You don't want to deal with dead bodies. So you found food, but you can't eat it because you're busy vomiting. You know, like, there's nothing. Anything good was immediately counteracted by bad. Dorothy finally trusted her squad enough for them to start scouting. And then they skinned the deer together, and it was a precious moment. And then Rapture attack! And then everyone scrambles back, and Pine dies. You know, like, oh, hey. And that only happened because they got the squad to get, like, past their trauma and work together towards surviving. Like, there was no good moment. No good moment that wasn't followed by immediately just sadness. That was part 1. Anytime anything good happened, they made sure to put you back into the hole. People waited a week for part 2 like this? That's just depression. When the seed sprouted? I guess so. But let's see if they still even remain, because they got hit by a massive wave of raptures. Those seeds could be flattened for all we know. Oh yeah, remember the start? They were like, we've earned a dinner together. And then all the mass-produced Nikkes die and their food storage is blown up. No, legitimately every single positive thing had been immediately followed by something way worse. That's rough, man. You can say that war never changes, bruh. At least Dorothy didn't kill herself. Okay, I guess so. This reminds me of Urobushi. Yeah. Urobushi, loves writing like this. The sadness hits harder because you felt happiness for just a slight moment. Alright, we're gonna keep going, but that's just depression the game. And I'm presuming this is their fort. This is the outpost. Yeah, man, I don't think this is gonna hold them back. Anyways, I wanna hear. I wanna hear. I wanna hear what the Ark has to say after everything. Because if it isn't obvious yet, I think they're being left out here to die. I think there is no salvation. I think once the door is sealed, they're gonna be left out. That's what I think.
How's my favorite cinnamon vampire boy?
Hey, Peepo.
The night is still young.
Yes.
Your powers seem to look alright. Yes. Night.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the 50 bits. This has been rough. We're halfway through though. We still have about 2 hours left before the trailer comes out, so we can finish in time, but this is what you guys want me to experience? Is peak Nikke just depression? Let's find the answer to that. Here we go.
Is she able to get up?
Not sure. Her own mental fortitude will be the deciding factor. Regardless, it won't be easy. If you think I look haggard, Dorothy is doing far worse than I.
I'm going to go out and forage. I realize it's bad timing, but we need materials.
I'll go with you.
I shall keep watch over Dorothy.
Everyone.
Dorothy.
Are you okay?
Of course, I'm fine.
Did she finally get a good response?
Huh?
I got a message from the Ark.
Thou does not say this in jest?
Of course not. Let's listen to it together.
Voice transmission from the Ark.
She didn't hear it ahead of time, did she?
Would you like to listen?
Yes, play message.
To the Goddess Squad.
Oh! This voice! We know who he is. But this guy loves the Goddess Squad. He idolizes them. So whatever he says has to be true then, because he wouldn't want to jeopardize them, right?
First and foremost, our deepest condolences for the death of your squad leader, Lilyweiss. Many of those in the Ark are grieving this great loss. We also thank you for guiding Operation Guardian Ark to its completion.
It's done?
On behalf of all the Ark's citizens, I would like to express our gratitude to you for a job well done.
Make a retreat?
We are currently looking into ways to supply additional troops and resources, but there have been numerous delays due to many ongoing issues within the Ark.
Within the Ark? Wait. So they can't spare any Nikkes or resources? What's going on? Is there a rebellion?
We apologize for the inconvenience. Due to these unforeseen complications, the operation has been temporarily put on hold. Additional complications have arisen on the surface. Therefore, we must entrust the only remaining forces above the surface, the formidable Goddess Squad, with an additional assignment.
Oh, Christ. So they did complete their job, which is the Ark is now sealed, but it also validates that there is no other survivors on the surface. This is it.
Should you resolve these issues, which I will go over in detail momentarily, the Ark will successfully be sealed, and peace will prevail. After you have listened to this message, please come to a decision. Of course, the final decision lies squarely with the acting leader, Dorothy. We humans are eternally grateful for everything you have done for us up until now. We are forever in your debt. So please, do not feel pressured to sway your decision one way or the other.
Huh.
Is that all there is?
No, there's more.
Play it.
Your orders are as follows. 1. Destroy the Alva particle generator in order to disrupt Rapture's ability to communicate with one another.
Okay, she's heard of this before the rest of the squad.
The generator is powerful enough that it can negatively affect systems within the Ark itself, even from such a great distance. It is for this reason that we have been unable to make progress in certain areas with the sealing of the Ark. 2. Annihilate the Rapture hordes in certain designated areas. At these specific coordinates, sealing efforts are being conducted in close proximity to the surface. The loud noises generated by construction are likely to be detected by Raptures. 3. Destroy the freight elevator.
What?
This elevator was originally used to deliver food and other materials to the Ark, and will not be used after it is sealed. Given that it provides a direct connection to the Ark, it could potentially be used by Raptures. To prevent any potential and disastrous misuse, it must be destroyed at all costs.
Even if they shut it down, it's still just a straight path to the Ark. So, okay, that makes sense. Huh?
Should you choose to accept this mission, you are to start with destroying the Alva particle generator.
Okay, is there a reason why he had to start that for Moan? Was my man fapping while he was recording this? What was that about?
It is the shortest distance from the Ark itself. Once that is destroyed, we will be able to establish direct communication with you. That is all. We await your decision. I do not know if this will be of any influence, but the Ark is anxiously awaiting the return of the Goddess Squad. We will ensure that you are sufficiently rewarded for all the sacrifices you have made.
The voice message has ended. There are 0 messages left.
Uh-huh.
So, there's been a problem with sealing the Ark.
Let's move.
Thou reached a decision most hastily.
Are you not coming?
Of course I am.
What do you think, Dorothy?
We have to go. Don't we?
Precisely. Let's go.
I knew you'd agree. All of us can tackle each of the orders together.
What? Even for you, that seems a bit extreme. We'll take turns.
What?
No. A leader should always be on the front lines, especially when what lies ahead is unknown.
Don't be so stubborn. You haven't even had time to recover properly.
My spirits are high. Communication with the Ark has been reached. They didn't forget about us, and they've prepared a grand homecoming for us. We can go to paradise.
Given all she has to suffer through, this little bit of hope she has, if it never comes to fruition, everything would make sense.
Me neither.
I must admit, I am rather looking forward to it myself.
Wait, what?
We can go to paradise. Me neither.
Did she just talk to herself? Did no one pick up on that?
I feel like we're on top of the world right now. So we won't sit this one out.
Okay.
Wait, you agree with her?
I don't see any problem with what she's saying. Not in theory, at least. Who are you pairing up with first?
Rapunzel, will you join us?
Count me in.
All right, it's settled then. In the meantime, Scarlet and I will scavenge for materials.
Affirmative. Everyone ready?
Ready.
Dorothy marches forward, confidently.
Yay gods, what is the rush?
I better get going too.
Rapunzel! Scarlet!
Yes?
I think it would be wise not to bring up Pina. Keep a close eye on Dorothy as well.
Huh?
Why?
I'm worried about her, that's why.
Okay, we will.
Promise?
Promise.
She seems to be taking this very well.
You can leave
There's
it
no
to
way
me.
you can take something like
Trust
this
me.
well.
Why don't you just develop something like an infinite magazine?
You're a rather tenacious foe.
She's going crazy. Yeah. Hey, Riven.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Hope is a powerful motivator. It is.
It's our first time coming out this far. Before this, we were restricted to that small area right outside the Ark's entryway. Isn't this exciting? How about we have a little fun? I don't see any problem with it. After all, it's not every day we get to do this kind of thing.
It's nice to see you're in such high spirits. Feeling better?
Of course. Everything's peachy. Always has been.
Always has been.
Alright, well, that puts my mind at ease. We'll be arriving at the Alva particle generator area soon. Once we get there, even my jamming skills will be hampered. If we encounter any resistance, a confrontation will be unavoidable.
Why is Rapunzel going with Dorothy?
Your jamming ability comes from your hair, doesn't it?
Yep, each strand is a small jamming device.
I heard that Nikke's skills and appearance are the manifestations of whatever they considered ideal when they were a human. What was that for you?
Easy. To return home unharmed.
So that desire sublimated itself into a jamming skill. Kind of sounds like a monkey's paw situation to me.
Monkey's paw? Oh, wait, how?
Let's hope not. Wouldn't want the other shoe to drop on me. What about you? What was the ultimate for you?
Me? I'm not sure. I forgot.
That's not true.
Come on, don't be like that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to survive. The idea of the raptures taking over seemed so implausible that once it happened, all I wanted was to survive. I don't know what skills that would have given birth to.
Well, it seems to have worked at any rate.
Huh?
you're still alive, aren't you?
I suppose you're right. We haven't bought the farm just yet. And we're going to keep it that way. All of us, together in paradise. Do you remember? We promised each other.
Why does she insist Ark is paradise? Why?
I remember.
I know she's desperate, but why? She refers to Ark as paradise. It's not.
Phew!
I don't trust Doro. She better not do something to my gal. I hope not.
I'm on my way.
As for...
Need a sharper sword.
How's my day? This is my day. I woke up, worked on a couple of sponsorship things. Oh no! Oh, we're good. I thought the shield was gonna make things difficult.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
I know the surface is bad, but humanity in the Ark is pretty bad. I've never played a game before where I did not care about humanity as much as this one. Like when I played through Dragalia Lost, I cared more about humanity. This, I don't know, it just feels like the government is incompetent. So, and the humans that you're protecting suck ass. But yeah, let's keep going.
I see the generator. Fortunately, there doesn't seem to be any raptures in the vicinity.
Good. Let's smash this thing and get going.
With pleasure. Dorothy, do you see that?
Is that a grave?
We can't go there. There are raptures in that area.
Who cares? Let's go.
Who wants to
There's
check out the
only a
grave?
handful of them. I can handle them on my own if I have to.
Is there any way to lure them over in this direction?
Aren't they out of ammo? They've been working so hard.
Are you worried that they'll desecrate the graves?
Yes. But if it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it.
That's a good idea.
Dorothy fires her weapon into the air. The gunshot resonates with a bang, and the raptures charge towards Dorothy's direction.
How's that for luring them over?
A little over the top, don't you think?
Never thought I'd hear you accuse me of that.
Here they come.
Just stand and watch me work.
Bolt, follow me.
You're a rather tenacious foe. I'm on my way.
Is this why they haven't made a depressing event? Chat, since Overzone, what was the most depressing event? I don't think New Year, New Hope was meant to be depressing.
Now it's hot spring time.
It takes a depressing scene to make the story come across, but was there another depressing event? I don't think Red Ash was depressing. Man, I don't. I guess Miracle Snow was afterwards. No, Miracle Snow's before. So no, there really wasn't. They did Miracle Snow and then Overzone and then that cat event. And that was their 3 depressing events. But that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, they the peak rating's all depression, and they've been avoiding that since. All right, cool. Oh. Those are soldiers that perished here. Those are dog tags. And those are makeshift graves. Rapunzel and Dorothy stare at the wooden posts that have been struck into the ground. Also, the wheat's fully grown. A dog tag hangs on each
There
post.
must be about 20 of them.
May I say a prayer before we go?
Of course.
Rapunzel kneels and begins to pray. The dog tags jingle as they sway in the wind.
Rapunzel,
Yes?
do you still hear their voices?
No. The dead don't speak, remember?
Then who are you praying to?
To no one.
Because God doesn't listen.
What are you praying for?
I desire nothing.
What fulfillment does praying bring you?
None.
Then why do you do it?
Because I want to hear their voices.
I thought we settled this before.
It's not that, Dorothy. I realized that the voice I was hearing before was my own. But now, I want to really hear their voices.
Why?
To help them find their homes.
Homes?
Yes. I want them to spend the rest of their time there. In the place where they were most at peace. Especially since their lives must have been so hard near the end.
What about you? Is that what you want as well?
Of course. But not yet. There is something I must do first.
What's that?
I've made up my mind.
What? Golden particles rise out of the graves. Emerge of Rapunzel's
What
rosary.
was that?
Those were... I see. This is where your memories reside.
What just happened?
Their memories just came to me. The memories of the departed.
You mean those golden particles?
Yes.
Are you saying those were their
souls, yes, or something like it. Let's destroy the generator and get out of here. The others are probably waiting for us. Once we do that, we should be able to establish communication with the Ark, right?
Most likely.
Then let's go.
Dorothy starts to gather the dog tags that are hanging from the posts.
What are you doing?
We may not be able to move their bodies, but we can at least take their dog tags. We can place them at the graveside back at the Ark's entrance.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Do Nikke's carry dog tags?
If only there were a worthy
It's standard military procedure to carry dog tags for soldiers in the field, but do Nikke's count like that? I heard Dorothy is the strongest God Squad member besides Lilith if she fight chaotic as possible. Oh, if she fights as chaotically as possible? Yeah, she seems like the second coming of Lilith.
Now it's hot spring time.
Okay, so
They really
these are
like to murmur
Nikke's.
in their voice lines. I approve.
Thanks, Peepo. So I suppose those are Nikke's that were buried.
Attempting to connect to live feed with the Ark.
Come in. Goddess Squad, this is the Ark. Do you copy?
Oswald.
Success! This is the Goddess Squad. We can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. We noticed a drastic decrease in particle concentration, so we figured we should try contacting you. I take it you succeeded in destroying the generator? I knew we could count on you.
I am Dorothy, the acting leader of the Goddess Squad. And you are?
I'm the primary director responsible for the Ark sealing project. For security purposes, I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to disclose my name. You'll have to excuse me.
That's bullshit. That doesn't make any sense. Like, what would the Raptors do once they find out Oswald's name? And internally, what would the humans do? Is there a rebellion going on in the Ark? Like, that's the only reason I can think of that they can't send anything out. Aside from that, I think he's lying, because it doesn't make any sense otherwise. That just doesn't make any sense.
I have a question for you. How are we going to be treated once the Ark is sealed?
This is all Dorothy cares about, though.
As stated in the previous transmission, we are preparing a magnificent reception for you.
That's a lie.
You have my word.
Okay.
Good.
Do you by any chance know how the commander is doing?
I assume you're referring to your previous commanding officer?
Yes.
Yes. Is he alive? Can I talk to him?
Is that when they get the news that he's dead?
I'm sorry, but I don't know anything at this point in time.
I think he's dead.
I asked around, but couldn't turn up anything.
From my understanding, us as a commander, Anderson as a commander, we're all clones. Or something. Because we're all connected to the original commander.
But how?
I'm sorry.
No. Thank you anyway.
This is providing no useful information.
How is everything in the Ark?
To be honest, it's a mess.
Okay.
With such a mass migration of people, there are still many kinks left to work out.
It may be a mess, but why can't you send out support?
To say it's chaotic would be an understatement. However, one thing is certain. Everyone is hopeful. Hopeful that we'll soon be living a life where we don't have to be afraid of raptures.
Right, that's good. If we finish off the remaining raptures and dismantle the supply elevator, will we be able to join the party?
Of course.
Okay, I'll give you daily updates from here on out. We'll be seeing you soon.
See you soon.
Live feed with the Ark has ended.
The plan doth seem to have progressed most smoothly.
That it does.
Let us rest and make our move tomorrow. I shall join you.
So things look pretty good because they have a deadline and they can see the end because they just have 2 objectives left, but this doesn't add up.
All right. I don't see Snow White. Is something wrong?
Oh, that. She's on the lookout.
She's incorrigible.
Do not fret. She would let it be known if she were truly fatigued.
No, she wouldn't. That's the problem. Forget it. I'm not chasing after her. She'll just talk her way out of it again.
She is truly a most inveterate individual.
Let's head in and rest. That includes you, Scarlet.
Very well. Good night.
Snow White! Hey, you did well today. How'd Dorothy do?
She seemed fine. Whatever it was that was haunting her, it seems she's overcome it.
Okay.
She's stronger than you think. Snow White?
Okay, go rest now.
You don't want me to take over for you?
Snow White talks so little now.
No.
Hey, you don't need to tell me twice. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Maybe I should pop in for a moment before heading to bed. Huh? Dorothy?
Oh, hey, Rapunzel.
Are you not sleeping?
I forgot.
Forgot? Among the graves, 20 wooden stakes have been stuck into the ground, upon which hang dog tags.
You actually did move them all here. Thank you, Dorothy.
It was nothing. Rapunzel, I want to make this place a sanctuary for those who have lost their lives. For all those lost souls who perished on the surface with nowhere to go. We can bury them here. We can't bring their bodies, but as long as we bring some trace of them back here, this could become the holiest place on the entire surface, couldn't it?
I've heard no mentions of this place. So does this place get nuked later? I have no positive expectations of anything anymore.
Yes. It absolutely could.
Man, this is hard to swallow. What is going on?
Don't get hurt, Pit Boss.
As we draw closer to the end, I have that sickening feeling that we're only in for
You're
worse.
a rather tenacious foe.
The way this has been set up makes me feel like there's nothing good to expect ever.
Lay off the tongue, Bolt.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad this place remains then.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
My assumption is their commander probably sacrificed his whole body just to create Vap House. That's probably what his last video message in Red Ash was hinting about, very vague. Then how's Lilith pass? Because Lilith was in a bad position, but she wasn't dead when we last saw her. I don't think the commander's dead though. From my impression, he's like entombed? Entombed.
Amazing.
Had the battle truly ended with such haste? They kept talking about how many were here, so I got my hopes up. I must confess they are dashed.
Is it just me? Or have you seemed inordinately strong lately? More so than usual. What do you think is different?
Perhaps it is because I am cheating.
Cheating?
Cheating?
Come on, be serious.
Let's see, it has been 5 years? For 5 long years, I have done battle with creatures most foul. In the beginning, these skirmishes merely consisted of prototype Nikkes against prototype Rapturers. However, they both evolved in the blink of an eye. Both were enhanced in order to more effectively kill the other. The most obvious byproduct of this evolution for Nikkes was their ability to use firearms, whereas the Raptures became more capable of snuffing out these gun-toting Nikkes. Yet, train thine eyes upon mine visage.
Scarlet slashes her sword through the air.
I wield this.
I see. So you're saying this is far from the norm?
Precisely. Those creatures shan't ever evolve enough to send me across the river Styx. For all of them to evolve simply to take down a single Nikke who wields a blade would be worth neither the time nor effort. As for me, however, I am evolving. I am becoming more adept at rendering raptures asunder with this sword.
Until we got Scarlet Black Shadow, in which case we went back in time for a scarier version of her.
Those beasts are stuck treading water, whereas I am darting through it like a torpedo. That is why I am so strong.
The Raptures must be keeping an eye out for you.
I am but one lone swordsman. How could I contribute to this war?
Don't say that.
It's about flipping that thought around. One day, I shall draw this blade across the Queen's throat. That is, if her life is not taken first by someone neither of us knows. The mere thought makes mine body quiver with joy.
Hold on, they know the Queen exists by this point. Wait, how do you even know these things?
That makes 2 of us. What will you do after?
I am unsure. I was born to fight, so my destiny shall be to wield this blade until my dying day. To do what one does best until one shuffles off this mortal coil. Surely such a life is not so bad.
Perhaps, but I think I can speak for the others as well, in that we hope you can have another goal in life.
Well, there is something I've thought about.
What's that?
Crafting my own alcoholic spirits. Don't look at me like I'm some lush worthy of pity.
But you are a lush.
Oh my god, that's such a cute face Scarlet has. Ugh. She just wants to be even bigger alcoholic. Ugh, alright.
Huh. Do you remember the seeds I threw aside a few days ago? The ones that ended up sprouting?
Yes.
Yes, I remember.
Are they barley
To
seeds?
see new life blooming in the midst of this harsh wasteland was a most shocking revelation to me. There has been much devastation, yet life still breathes within this land. I had forgotten that. Although civilization has collapsed and humanity has disappeared, the land itself is still teeming with life. I know not if we should consider raptures as a form of life, but all we have done is slaughter them indiscriminately.
What the?
Instead of ending life, I want to create it.
I'm surprised she would even think that. The Raptors were trying to kill you, so you shouldn't worry about that part. But I guess she's finding that... Zen?
That is why I have chosen to become a farmer.
What the heck? Guys, our Scarlet wants to be a farmer. How do we tell her this isn't the best thing to do with your time?
A farmer?
Is she ever gonna become a farmer?
Yes, a farmer. I want to witness new life being born. I want to see it with my own 2 eyes.
Then turn it into booze.
Right, right.
Oh, she's been making booze
I just
then.
saw the thumbnail from the face segment. This is what I have to say. OMG Quasan Imsai.
Okay.
Okay. An existence filled with death and destruction is no life at all.
So
We can start with a small garden.
Hmm?
But we know she doesn't.
Let's make a small garden at the temporary guard post. It's not much, but it'll be a start.
Oh, well at least they do this together.
A fine proposition indeed.
We'll start straight away.
In her personal stories, you find out she's
We've
growing
received
crops.
confirmation
Oh, okay.
that raptures have been terminated. There is only one objective remaining, which is to destroy the freight elevator. Also, I must inform you that the sealing date for the Ark has been delayed for an additional 3 weeks.
So they have to stand guard for 3 more weeks?
I presume the delays are due to all of these issues on the surface.
That is correct. I'm sorry, but can you handle 3 more weeks where you are?
No way. How can they find no support? But I think it's obvious. It's not a question of being unable to support, I just don't think they want to.
We will send supplies to your next objective, the freight elevator. It will be a full month's supply.
Hold
Will
on.
you be able to get by in the meantime?
Are they being serious right now? They can use the elevator, there's no excuse for that then.
We'll make it work.
They might get supplies then.
With how things are, waiting another 3 weeks will not be a major issue.
What? How? How are they even... How are they even okay?
All right, thank you. I will send the supplies immediately. After you receive the shipment, destroy the elevator.
Roger. Will communication stay up afterwards?
Of course.
Okay. I will contact you once the work is done.
I'll be waiting.
Communication ended.
Wait. I have a question. Why don't... Because the storyline of chapter 23 is, you know, the Ark with the elevator. They send a bomb all the way up top, it explodes and destroys and creates that opening. But can't they just use a smaller explosive, use the elevator, transport it to the top, blow it up, then it's covered? I don't know. This last one, destroying the elevator, just seems weird. Shouldn't they have ways to do it themselves?
Additional supplies.
Does that mean we don't need to go out scrounging for our own supplies?
We can concentrate more on guarding this area.
To be honest, though, there haven't been that many raids lately.
We should move out pronto. Where's Snow White?
She's off scavenging. Should be back soon.
Here I am. Welcome back!
Did you find anything?
I caught a deer.
Again? Do you have something against deer? 'Tis most unfortunate that none amongst us knows how to skin this ungulate properly.
Did Dorothy learn?
Yes?
Skin this deer for me, will you?
Will do.
Wow.
Huh?
You know how to skin that thing, Dorothy?
Of course I do. How hard can it be?
Pine showed her, but that was the last thing they did together.
All you've got to do is follow the proper steps.
Go ahead.
1 hour later.
That should do it.
An hour to skin a deer is pretty slow, though.
That wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be.
Incredible. Teach me next time.
I'm not feeling well.
Let's smoke it and preserve it. I'll leave that to you, Scarlet.
Very well. Can we take some of the meat and roast it as well?
Shouldn't be a problem. Then let's go, Dorothy.
All right. Oh, right. Snow White.
What is it?
Thank you for helping me out before.
Don't mention it. I simply did what I had to.
Did you sleep after that?
No.
If you keep doing that...
Don't worry about me. I'll never lose touch with my humanity. Dorothy.
Does Snow White have the strongest will? She seems shatterproof.
Yeah?
Snow White stares at Dorothy intently.
What's wrong? Why are you looking at us like that?
Dorothy.
Yes?
Is that a localization thing? Why are you looking at us like that? Not why are you looking at me like that? Or is this a split personality?
Why are you looking at us like that?
Why do you keep saying us?
Ah.
Hmm?
You're the only one here. What are you seeing?
Is Pine not dead?
I don't know what you're saying.
Forgive me, but I asked Rapunzel and Scarlet to keep tabs on you. They informed me that it was sometimes difficult to carry on a conversation with you. They said it was as if you were speaking to someone else.
Huh? That's obviously...
Is Pina with you now?
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Yes. She's been here the whole time. My spirits are high. Communication with the Ark has been reached. They didn't forget about us, and they've prepared a grand homecoming for us. We can go to paradise.
The Ark! How exciting! I doubt I'll be able to get any sleep tonight.
Me neither.
I must admit, I am rather looking forward to it myself.
Yeah, we kind of got that earlier. I also questioned it.
It's our first time coming out this far. Before, we were restricted to that small area right outside the Ark's entryway. Isn't this exciting?
Super exciting. It's great being able to venture out this far.
How about we have a little fun?
Is that okay? The other will be waiting.
The other?
I don't see any problem with it. After all, it's not every day we get to do this kind of thing.
It's nice to see you're in such high spirits.
We are still alive and breathing. And we're going to keep it that way. All of us, together in paradise. Do you remember? We promised each other.
Yes, I remember, Dorothy.
I remember.
Is that a grave?
We can't go there. There are raptures in that area.
Who cares? Let's go. There's only a handful of them. I can handle them on my own if I have to.
Is there any way to lure them over in this direction?
Are you worried that they'll desecrate the graves?
Yes, but if it's too much of a hassle, we don't have to do it.
Fire your gun off into the air.
That's a good idea. How's that for luring them over?
A little over the top, don't you think?
Never thought I'd hear you accuse me of that.
Not exactly subtle, but effective.
I mean, this is a better coping mechanism than what she wanted to do earlier, which was not be alive, so...
It's coming!
Here they come.
Just stand and watch me work. I don't see Snow White. Is something wrong?
Oh, that. She's on the lookout.
You know, remember earlier I said, is Pine a ghost? Or just a figment of Dorothy's imagination? I said that while Pine was still alive. So I didn't think... Well, I thought there was a possibility this still, but like, I didn't think they would just still do that, but yeah. Crazy man, thank you for the follow.
She's incorrigible.
She is now, yeah.
She would let it be known if she was truly fatigued.
No, she wouldn't. That's the problem.
Are you going to go looking for her?
Forget it. I'm not chasing after her. She'll just talk her way out of it again.
A lot of this is pretty well hidden in the context of the dialogue, because it feels like a continuation of a thought, not her speaking out loud to someone who isn't there. But the first one was just the most obvious one, that she was talking to Pine.
She is truly a most inveterate individual.
Is it just me, or have you seemed inordinately strong lately? More so than usual. What do you think is different?
Perhaps it is because I'm cheating,
Cheating?
Do you think she's colluding with the Raptures?
What?
Come on, be serious.
Skin this deer for me, will you?
Will do.
Huh?
You know how to skin that thing, Dorothy?
Of course I do. How hard can it be? All you've got to do is follow the proper steps.
That's right. It's easy as pie.
Go ahead.
That should do it.
That's it. Nicely done.
That wasn't as hard as I thought it'd be.
Incredible. Teach me next time?
You okay, Snow White? You look like you've seen a ghost.
Snow White should not deal with this right now. Just let her be. This isn't the worst thing to happen.
Dorothy.
No, don't do
Pina
it.
is dead.
No.
She was corrupted. You put her down yourself. Whatever this thing is inside of you, it's just a made-up...
Huh? Never thought I'd see the day when you were cracking jokes, Snow White. You went a little over the line with that last wisecrack, but that's okay.
Just let it go.
You can keep working on it.
Still, I can tell you put some real effort into it.
Definitely. Doesn't it seem to you like Snow White is different? We can't let her get the last laugh. We've got to come up with a joke of our own.
Okie dokie. What's our joke gonna be?
Not sure. The main thing is that it's got to be something creative, something out of the ordinary.
How about we both brainstorm individually, and whoever can't come up with something has to prepare the other's meals for the next 5 days?
Sounds good. I've got this in the bag.
I take it that means you're taking the bet?
You're on. Let's pinky swear on it.
Dorothy does a pinky swear in mid. Oh no! Oh god. Okay. In midair.
Wow, it's been a while since I did one of those.
Dorothy.
Snow White, just let it go. If you check the map and those are after starting part 2, you can see Pine walk in the background. Okay.
Back to Snowfield Hot Spring.
I thought Scarlet would be able to skin a deer. As the melee squad, I thought that's something like they would have some experience with. Like, how to delicately handle a blade and separate skin from flesh. I don't know. I kind of figured that they would be able to do it.
On our side. One more victory for Bolt and me.
She could obliterate it, but she's really delicate with her blade and very precise, so.
Don't get hurt, Pit Boss.
You're a rather tenacious foe. I'm on my way. Need a sharper sword. Need a sharper sword.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Now it's hot.
She mentioned eating it raw. Yeah, I know, but she clearly just doesn't know how to do it. But I also think, I don't know, maybe some people prefer it raw. Yeah, she's never cut flesh.
So, Pina's death.
Yes.
Sent Dorothy into a spiral.
It's clear as day. When I tried to broach the topic, she brushed it off as if I was joking. That's not the only thing. In her mind, she made a pinky promise with Pina. And when she did, she actually put her hand up and moved her fingers. In Dorothy's mind, Pina really exists.
So, when she skinned the deer...
She recalled Pina skinning it and followed along with the image imprinted in her mind. To her, it was as if Pina was beside her, helping.
What do you think?
I'm not sure.
If they actually believe in going back to the Ark after this, then they should just deal with it for now. And when they're back in Ark, they can get her some help. But this isn't something you want to resolve right now.
I don't see a problem.
Yeah.
You don't?
I don't.
Neither do I.
Yeah, let it go.
Dorothy is using this as a coping mechanism, and it isn't disrupting her day-to-day life in any significant way. As long as it stays this way, I don't see a problem with it.
Sure, but what if it doesn't stay this way? How bad do you think it could get? Could Dorothy lose her entire sense of self to this delusion?
Since it's a product of Dorothy's own mind, it will only act within the boundaries that Dorothy confines it to. Pina was Dorothy's friend. She was a positive force in her life. She'll remain devoted to that role. In fact, the worst-case scenario would be... if Pina disappeared.
Huh.
We're in unexplored territory here, so it's high risk. The slightest variation could cause Pina to disappear entirely from Dorothy's mind.
What should we do to ensure Dorothy remains normal?
I think we just need to act the way we do normally.
I agree.
Very well. We shall try.
Yes.
Okay.
We received confirmation of the destruction of the freight elevator. We cannot thank you enough. We will be proceeding to the final stage of the Ark sealing procedure. Our expected time frame is 3 weeks. In the meantime, we must ask you to continue protecting us as you have been.
We will.
Do they have their supplies? That's more important to me.
Did you receive the supply shipment we sent?
Yes, thank you. I've been meaning to ask, what is this plasticine-like substance? There doesn't seem to be enough of it for it to be reinforcement material.
That's an explosive.
Ah, that is Splendiman. It is going to be used as the primary food source in the Ark.
I thought they were talking about, like, the explosive. No, that's just what their food is in the future.
This is food?
I know that it's a far cry from Mom's home-cooked food, but it really is the perfect superfood, at least in theory. You could live a long, healthy life eating that and nothing else. Having said that, I'd recommend only eating it when you have to.
Understood.
We'll continue to contact you on a daily basis.
Sounds good.
Communication ended.
All right, everyone. Let's try and stay alive for the next 3 weeks.
I imagine... Has anyone watched Snowbreak?
Bolt, follow me.
The Chris Evans... Or Snow... That's the train. Chris Evans, Snow... Snowpiercer, sorry. It's not Snowbreak. And the food they have in there is just cockroaches. Grinded up. Because, animals high in protein... sorry. Cockroaches are high in protein.
This makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
And it's easy to grow and they're hard to kill. Or was it cockroaches or crickets? I think it was crickets, my bad. It was crickets, and they're just a high resource of everything. So it wouldn't surprise me if it's something like that. Because I can't imagine anything else easy to produce, easy to sustain underground. Remember, they're underground. That's worth nutrition. They did not wait quietly.
Someone help! I don't know how to lift this thing.
By the gods! 'Tis most simple lifting a beast like this, dear. Put your back into it and lift it. That's all there is to it, really.
They've been eating a lot of deer, huh?
Well, I can't do that. That's why I'm asking for help.
Grab the front legs and put them over your shoulder.
That's what Pina says to do.
Is she? Like, that's something... did Pina say that? Pina say that when, like, they first skinned the deer? Because if she didn't, then she's just taking knowledge from someone who's already dead. What? Hey?
Sorry, I didn't catch that. One more time?
Pina said to take the front legs and sling them over your shoulder.
Take the front legs over the shoulder. Put my back into it. Ugh. Hey, I did it! I'm carrying it!
Why didn't you just lift it? It's not that heavy, so it shouldn't be an issue.
When I lift it up, I can see its eyes.
Why are you blushing? It's a deer!
How is carrying it on your shoulder any better? You do realize the head is hanging right by your face, don't you?
Can we chop off the head?
What the... What? Okay.
My goodness, such bloodlust.
Scavenging for new
Are
items.
we really supposed to slice this stuff this thin? How is it going to have any taste if we do that?
It's meant to add flavor. That's what it says on the recipe.
Are you sure the recipe is correct?
Of course, I got it from the library, while I had an all-too-rare moment to spare. I'm sure it was a big hit back at one point in time.
All right. What next, then?
At this rate, it'll be dawn before we dine.
Gosh. Chat of the God Squad. It's... I like Scarlet more than anybody, by far. Look at her derpy face, man. For me, my first two favorites are Scarlet and Snow White.
You can't rush quality.
Snow White, wipe the drool from your mouth.
We're supposed to boil this?
I don't think that's right, Dorothy.
Neither do I. Something's off here.
Would you please just trust me? Just put it in and boil it. You will then have the perfect meal. Uh-oh.
That doesn't sound promising.
I'm sorry. I think I accidentally flipped to a different recipe a few steps back.
This thing looks like it came from outer space.
I think tossing this may be for the best.
Allow me to do the honors.
Oh.
Would you please stop drooling?
We just had a precious moment. Okay, so what's gonna shower this? Everyone tries making something that looks remotely edible.
Everyone, come here and look at this.
What is it?
Look.
Wow, a sprout.
So this is going to be...
The precious material I'll use to brew my own alcohol.
I think you're going to have to wait a while for that.
No matter, we have plenty of time. No one is to consume this plant, not even you.
All right, all right.
Should I plant some more?
They also pass the time
Everyone,
gardening.
we're leaving this place soon. The Ark is going to be sealed. Although forced underground, humanity will go on. It's all of you who made this possible.
He's talking to the graves.
If it weren't for everyone here, we would never have made it this far. You all have saved humanity. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Pray for the dearly departed who left
Counting
before
down.
us.
3, 2, 1.
3 weeks later. There is a thunderous reverberation that seems to shake the very ground. The Ark has been sealed. Okay, so how do they get into the Ark? That nobody asked that question.
It's finished.
Good job, everyone.
Yeah, good job, Pine.
You too, Pina.
The Ark has officially been sealed. We would like to thank the Goddess Squad once again.
And a big thanks to you as well. Now, let's start moving. Where should we go?
To honor your achievements, commemorative statues in your image will be erected in the Ark. Books and advertisements will tell your story for generations to come. Everyone will regard the Goddess Squad with the utmost reverence.
How come they waited this long to ask the question?
Tell me your name.
I told you, I cannot disclose that information for security reasons.
Why?
Name.
Oswald.
Right. Oswald. I'm coming for you.
Wait, why?
If not you, then your family and your children. I promise that I will make you die a long, miserable death.
My goodness, where did all this come from?
You never intended on letting us enter the Ark, did you?
No, but you could have asked. You could have bargained. You could have done anything. Why would you do everything asked first and then... Okay?
No. Once the Ark is sealed, it cannot be reopened.
But losing us would be a loss for the Ark as well.
Science is bound to advance. We are already close to finishing the 3rd generation of Nikkes.
The data that we have accumulated indicates they will far exceed the preceding models.
And even that data will become obsolete in time.
Oswald,
Go on.
open the door.
I'd love to, but I can't.
Again, I think everyone could have figured that out. So why didn't they... They had a live feed.
Open it.
No can do.
Open it.
This is why you don't let them shut it off and then have this conversation. All you can do is ask them to open it.
I said, open it. If you don't open the door this instant, I'll tear it off its hinges. You'll all be doomed.
You won't do that.
I will. Open it!
You're all far too noble to do something like that. You wouldn't put all these people in danger just to save yourselves. Or, to be more precise, you can't. It's how you're hardwired.
I have just one question.
Go ahead.
Are you acting alone? Or was this agreed on by everyone?
The latter.
Understood.
I will end our communication here.
Wait. Just let one person in. One!
I was gonna ask for Pina, but she's dead. Oh god.
Pina. I promised. I said I would take her to paradise.
Oh god.
Please, at least let her in.
Is Oswald the one who's gonna break the news to her? Oh, okay, good.
Communication ended.
Okay, he did one good thing.
Re-establish connection.
The line is closed. Unable to connect.
No.
Dorothy, let's rest for a bit.
Everyone seems to be taking it pretty well.
Today sure isn't your lucky day.
I'm on my way.
Can someone just tell me, when this was released,
Sharper sword.
6 months into the game, what was the maximum chapter available? Because I presume somebody was all the way at the end of it. Because by the time we meet Dorothy and Eden, she hates the Ark.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
So... Man, I don't even know anymore. Chapter 22?
We have to leave this place.
22, 23. Okay, then it was already in the game, the results of all this, because they had already hated the Ark by now.
Agreed.
I think it's a good idea as well.
What?
If we stay here, the deluge of raptures will never stop. We'd be putting this entrance in harm's way.
We could handle lower-class beasts without issue, but should we encounter a heretic, our victory would be by no means assured.
So heretics already exist. Which is interesting, because heretics haven't been attacking, because I think we would get shown that, right?
Exactly. So we have to get out of here.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. We were betrayed.
I think everyone knew this was going to happen. And I think they were okay with it.
By the Ark. By mankind itself. The very ones we risk our lives protecting. They've turned their backs on us. Now you're saying that we need to move to keep this place out of danger?
Was Dorothy serious about killing Oswald's family?
Do you all have a screw loose?
Dorothy. Then what do you want to do?
Isn't it obvious?
We can't strike back at the Ark.
It's the last refuge for humanity.
You don't think I'm upset? I'm furious. I feel just as betrayed as you do. But what can we do? We can't lash out at the Ark because of this.
What we need to do is find a way to kill the leader of the Raptures up on the surface.
Stop. Just stop. No, we can't accept this. Paradise is right underneath us. All we have to do is go inside.
If Chapter 22 was here when this event was released, and in Chapter 23 Dorothy saves the Ark, why would she save the Ark then? She wanted to be revered so badly she was going to let it go? After how many years? Decades?
This was going to be our reward for all the pain and suffering we'd endured. Now you want to give it all up just like that? Oh well, what can we do? Are you all barking mad? Everything we've done up until now was for nothing. None of it mattered. Lilith and Red Hood, they're gone. And for what?
You're wrong. We saved humanity. Right now, that's enough for me.
How can that be enough?
You think I don't feel betrayed? Of course I do. I can't tell you how furious I am. But we're the Goddess Squad. The Goddess of Victory. Mankind's last hope. Until the very end. For us, this is a point of pride that will never fade. You're the one who taught us that, Dorothy. You did. So answer me, Dorothy. Are we Goddess of
Dorothea,
Victory?
to the other girl who tried to destroy the Ark, it seems you are mistaken.
Answer me.
The Ark is not yours to destroy.
Are we,
That
or
was
are
an
we not
Omni-Man
Goddess of
reference in
Victory?
Imsai.
Yes. Are we mankind's last hope?
Yes.
We are the Goddess Squad, are we not? Dorothy!
Yes, 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 yes! We are! We're all that you said! All of it!
Dorothy!
Well said. Your words remind us never to forget who we are.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit?
Why does anyone want to save mankind? I'm so sick of mankind in this game.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
Like, all the humans are shit. Ugh.
Need a sharper sword.
I'm glad Snow White, like, glad everyone has enough sense to realize what this is.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
They're too good for humanity, and so they accept it because this is what has to be done.
Has everyone gathered their belongings?
Got it, although 'tis but a pittance. Only a bag of seeds and my sword.
They've been fighting here for 3 months. Everyone around them is dead. They're all that's left. They're broken. They're shattered. They have no supplies. Now they have no hope. The reward for everything was just to be told, "Good job. We'll remember you." And that was it. They really couldn't find any way, not one way, to let them back into the Ark. I don't even think they expected them to survive, but really? You couldn't try to save your heroes, the people who kept you alive and safe all these months. Like, humanity is not worth saving.
I'm all set.
I'm good here as well.
The four Nikkes look around without speaking.
Let's go.
Okay.
Coming.
Me too.
Let's go, Dorothy.
Everyone starts to walk.
I think it's best to split up.
Right. Our goal is to take down the Queen.
No, don't split up. That's a terrible idea. How do you expect anyone individually to beat the Queen?
The surface is a vast expanse, and there is much to discover. Going our separate ways could prove beneficial.
How will we stay in contact with each other?
Are you sure you want to let Dorothy go by herself? She's schizophrenic.
We'll use fire beacons. It's the only option we have.
'Tis a bit primitive, is it not?
I'll try to scrounge up some walkie-talkies or cell phones and hand them out next time we meet.
This is a terrible idea. And a Cheerio was slaughtering them as an entire squad until Red Hood showed up. Okay.
That would be most appreciated.
Speaking of, how about we meet up once a month at a designated location? That way we can exchange information and see how we're all doing.
Fine by me.
Yes, that's a good idea. Well then, this is it, everyone. Before we branch off, I wanted to say one last thing as your leader. Don't hurry yourselves. We have plenty of time. Time is both on our side and also our enemy.
What?
You are all free to do anything you wish, so long as none of you forget our ultimate goal, taking down the Queen. Whether it's farming, helping the dead find solace, or creating delicious new recipes. Never lose yourselves.
Worry not about me.
You got it.
Will do.
And never forget to be proud. Ever. I'll go first. Let's go, Pina. Pina?
Dorothy stares towards the guard post.
Pina! Why aren't you coming?
Dorothy, Pina...
Scarlet.
Snow White shakes her head.
It looks like Pina left something behind. You all go ahead. I'll leave once Pina gets her things. I was trying to act cool and be the first to leave, but guess we'll be the last ones out the door.
Don't leave.
Very well. We'll go first.
This is so irresponsible. Please tell me you're not actually leaving.
Stay alive, everyone.
See you next month.
The three Nikkes walk off into the distance. Dorothy starts to walk back to the guard post.
Pina, what are you doing? Let's go. There's nothing here for us anymore.
Dorothy, can we just stay here?
What?
Huh?
Look around you. All these buildings we repaired, the tools we crafted, the graves we dug, the garden we planted. We made all of it.
I know it's sad having to leave this place, but we...
Dorothy, this is our paradise.
This is not paradise.
Paradise?
All of our memories, good and bad, are here. It's a place of our own. If this isn't paradise, then what is? You promised me, remember? You said you would take me to paradise. Then let's stay here. I want to be with you, Dorothy. At this place. Paradise for me is wherever you are.
Pina.
So we can't stay?
There's no reason we can't stay. Yes.
No.
Since this is our paradise.
No. Please tell me they didn't actually leave her like this. What the heck?
Let's finish this battle, then back to Snowfield Hot Spring.
Need a sharper sword.
She needs some meds for real.
She does. They've all seen all their comrades die. They've been suffering. They've been just barely getting by. And now their hope's taken away from them, so... Okay, it's really hard to swallow. We're almost there. The two Nikkes, in quotation marks. The two Nikkes spent some time in their self-made paradise.
What do you think of this, Dorothy?
Did they actually leave Dorothy alone?
It's such a beautiful piece of cloth. It is, but what can we do with it?
Maybe we can use it for some kind of decoration.
In that case, can you find some in pink?
I knew I'd convince you.
Dorothy and Pine scavenge the area for anything of value.
Taste this, will you?
A bit salty for my taste.
I thought so too.
Did you follow the recipe?
I thought the recipe needed some work, so I added a little extra.
There's a reason why recipes exist, you know.
They cook things that are actually worthy of being called food.
Dorothy, look at this. It's all withered.
Did anyone actually take care of it?
What do you think was the problem?
Lack of sunlight, too much or too little water. It could have been anything, really.
Farming is tough.
It's okay. We'll just try again.
All right, let's give it another shot.
Time is on our side, after all.
It is very symbolic.
Dorothy, do you remember all those who have passed on?
Not all of them. And that fills me with great shame.
Will you remember me when I'm gone?
No.
What?
Hey!
Because you'll never leave me. I won't allow it.
Wow, a bit controlling, but kind of romantic all the same.
Not bad, right?
They pray for those who had passed before their time.
What was Lilith like?
Hard to say. She was the type of person impossible to describe in only a few words. She was a strong person who wasn't afraid of being vulnerable, able to bend but never be broken. Harsh and forgiving in equal measure.
She really was.
She was a very special person.
Do you miss her?
No, I don't.
What?
She achieved everything she wanted in life. Only after accomplishing all she'd set out to do did she depart from this life. I have no regrets about how she passed, and that's why I don't miss her.
Did you guys all make this coffin yourselves?
Yes, Scarlet carved the stone herself. I was going to ask her to do the same for you.
Huh?
Wait. Oh. Right.
Dorothy turns her head. No one is there. I can't believe her squad left her.
I see now. Pina, you stayed with me and kept me sane. Thank you. I'll never forget what you've done for me. Goodbye.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
Oh man. 3 days later. Dorothy's unable to take a single step away from the guard post. To her, this place is paradise. The original paradise she had dreamed of was not to be, and so she had found another to take its place. This place, which she and all those dear to her had built, becomes her sanctuary, their paradise. The garden, the gravesite, the entire facility itself. It had all been an effort for her to make it all seem more permanent. Dorothy can't remove herself from this self-proclaimed paradise. She's too attached to it. Another 10 days passed. And still, she was unable to take a single step outside. The threshold at the entrance of the facility is an insurmountable obstacle for her. She stands in front of it, hours on end, before turning and retreating back inside the guard post.
What are you still here for? Hurry up and go.
She still sees Pine. A voice comes to her for the last time. Dorothy turns around and walks past the threshold. She keeps walking. Unlike her friends, she has no clear purpose. Guiding the dead and ensuring them safe passage. Witnessing the birth of new life with her own eyes. Wanting to destroy the root of all evil. Dorothy has none of that conviction. The only purpose in her life had been to find paradise. But paradise was lost. There is now no reason for her to move forward, or at all. She was always been a beacon of hope to others, but deep down, she was always hollow. Dorothy stops in her tracks, taking in her surroundings.
Such vastness, such beauty. Yet there is nowhere I can call my own.
Dorothy's eyes stop at a sign. Humanity's last paradise. The Ark welcomes you. A wave of nausea rolls over her. Her vision begins to blur, but she manages to pull herself together and continues looking around. All around her, flowers bloom and butterflies flutter in the air. Blades of grass sway in the gentle breeze. Dorothy looks up at the sky. The crystal clear sky above is dotted with pristine white clouds. Golden rays of sunlight streams through, as if blessing all those who have bathed in its glow. It's a nice day out. No, a perfect day. Humanity's last paradise. The Ark welcomes you.
Lies. All lies. Liars. Every last one of you. I'm so sorry, everyone. I don't think I can do this.
Dorothy glares at the sign. Her eyes burn bright, but the luster that shone in the past was long gone.
I will get it back. This place only exists because of us. It belongs to us. I will take back what is rightfully ours. No matter what it takes.
Is there any point of happiness in this story? It just felt like it kept getting depressing and depressing and depressing, and it just kept getting depressing and depressing and depressing and depressing, and then we just kept going from there. That's how it felt to me. I don't see how this makes me like Dorothy. I just feel depressed for her now.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
This entire thing was just depressing, and I don't understand.
I'm on my way.
I'm gonna work my way to that epilogue, of course. But I just feel hollow and empty, and I'm not sure what I was supposed to take out of that, other than
Jackpot! Whoops.
humanity sucks. Yeah. I'm not even sure. I'm just like shaken and stunned by how depressing and empty this makes me feel.
No need to fear. Litter is here.
You need a hug, bro?
Develop something like Infinite magazine.
I'm more stunned.
I was just getting into the groove.
Like, you know, after you're sad enough,
You're a rather tenacious foe.
you just feel empty. Because you can't get sadder.
Oh, Lady Luck is
It
always on
just-
our side. I got too excited.
It's just there. There's nothing else. It's just there. Like,
Did you see that? I'm strong, but my comrades are stronger.
have you ever been so sad that you have no tears for it?
Are you turning into Sasuke, Mr. Streamer? Aware?
Today sure
I
isn't
guess
your lucky
so.
day.
Why did you guys want me to play Overzone?
Need a sharper sword.
We delayed this for 100 days. We could have delayed this forever. What was the point of this?
You're a rather tenacious foe.
I don't think I got anything out of
I'm
this.
on my way.
I just feel
Need a sharper
I just feel
sword.
sad. I don't want to be a
Lady
commander
Luck,
anymore.
sorry to break it to you,
Working
this
for the
is
Ark is
end.
dog shit. These people don't deserve to be saved.
For those who are prepared.
What is the redeeming factor of all of this?
Now it's hot spring time.
It's beautifully written, depressingly sad, and it's just sad. At least in part 1, we had instances of good things,
I will destroy everything
even if
that's in my
there's sadness that follows, but it kept your heart beating. My heart
way.
still.
Need a sharper sword.
There's nothing going on
You're a
here.
rather tenacious foe. I'm on my way.
It's like you beat someone up, and then you just kept beating them up,
Lady Luck is
and you just kept
always
beating
on
them
our
up,
side.
Surrender all asunder.
and now they don't even move or breathe anymore. And then for whatever reason, you just keep beating them up anyways. That's basically how the story worked.
Something like an infinite magazine.
What?
A commendable battle.
How did you guys play this while it was
Stronger opponents
airing?
next
Sorry,
time.
while it was live, the event. It's just depression, the event. What part of this? What's the lesson here? What? Her squad left
As
her!
long as I have Blanc, I can be strong.
I thought in all the struggles,
Let me see.
they would at least see to her that she would be safe. They just left. The lesson isn't even that your friends will be
Is
there
that
for
all?
you. They're tough and thin.
Need a sharper sword.
That wasn't even the lesson. They left.
Oh, Lady Luck
What
is
was this?
always on our side. I guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
I'm working towards the epilogue, but like I'm just speechless of how like
Phew! Have at you.
you just feel sad, depressed, and betrayed. Like
Need a sharper sword.
I shed tears for Miracle Snow because it was happy. That in the happiness, in the sadness,
Is that all?
it came together beautifully.
You're rather
Lady
But this
Luck
one was
is
just like
always on
a
our
concept
side.
of how depressed you
I'm on
can
my way. I
get.
got too excited.
I think I reached my limit. Are you doing the Overzone? Yeah, we are doing Overzone. We're now heading to the epilogue. I'm trying to collect my feelings here. This entire time I was expecting something. How is this peak writing? It's just depression.
How am I supposed to fight in this outfit?
Need a sharper sword.
It's just
You're a
depression.
rather tenacious foe. I'm on my way.
It was nice to see the squad together, sure.
Oh, Lady Luck is
My
always on
blade
our
shall
side.
render all asunder.
I thought at least by the end of this I would like Dorothy. Now I just feel bad for
I
her.
guess this makes me a good luck charm, doesn't it?
I just feel sad.
You know, the OST kinda reminds me of Madoka Magica. Being an Nikke is
Need a
suffering,
sharper
as
sword.
is being a magical girl.
Let me see. Am I doing it right?
The lesson is that we are feasting on your tears. Yeah.
Why don't they just develop something like an infinite magazine?
Sorry. Lady Luck is always on our side.
You're a rather tenacious foe.
We're not done
I
yet,
guess
but
this makes me a good luck charm.
I think I like the first half way more than the second half, because the first half actually had some golden and redeeming moments, and the second half was just a depression tunnel that just kept getting darker and darker.
Let's finish this battle, then back to Snowfield Hot Spring.
I'm on my way. Next. Need a sharper sword. You're a rather tenacious foe.
I like how the music never stops while you're
Lady
rushing
Luck is
hard mode. Yeah.
Always on our side.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
Did you guys actually like Overzone? I'm waiting for the epilogue before I make up my mind, but like, this is just
As I have long, I can be strong.
this is the most bleak
Need a sharper
story
sword.
I've ever played
I'm
in
on my way.
a gacha game. I've never seen a more bleak story.
Magazine.
Lay off the tongue, Bolt.
Oh, Lady Luck is
Let's
always
keep the
on our
momentum
side.
going. Oh no. I was
Yes, yes,
You're a rather
yes.
tenacious
Okay,
foe.
well, you're all sick
Need
people.
a sharper sword.
That's all I got out of this. I'm waiting for the epilogue to feel even worse.
One more victory for Bolt and me.
Don't a lot of people like bleak stories like this? You know what? This is very Korean. If you guys have ever...
Bolt.
What's wrong with having no happy ending? I was just about to get to that. This is very Korean. Have you guys ever watched like Korean movies? As a Westerner, you watch a movie and you expect things to have a happy ending, right? But if you watch Asian movies, do you realize how often they just end? You're like, wait, what the
Lady
heck?
Luck is
The bad
always
guys
on our
win,
side. For those who are prepared.
and that's it. The good guys are dead. You're like, that's the movie.
A commendable battle. But
I
desire
love
stronger
Korean horror
opponents
movies,
next
for
time.
example, because that's exactly what happens. It's just like, oh, the evil spirit. You got so close to getting rid of the evil spirit. Guess what? It's not gone. And now your entire family's dead. And now it's taking over your body. The end. And you're like, what? What the heck? To be clear, in Asian writing, this happens all the time. But like, at least part 1 had parts where you're like, okay, I can see them being happy. Part 2 is just like, okay, just keep going further down. Stephen King adaptation? Yes. Knife Keeper. Are you serious? Yeah, I know. I read Stephen King novels. He's an example of a horror story where the good guy, the protagonist, is dead by the end of it, and he does that all the time.
Let me see. Am I doing it right?
Oh, Lady Luck is
My
always on
blade
our
shall
side.
render all asunder.
It's like Infinity Wars? No. Infinity Wars had a lot of happy moments in it.
I guess this makes me a good luck charm.
I didn't come out of Infinity Wars feeling bleak. I just feel bleak right now. Every event has to be happy. If that's what you guys are taking out of this, you're taking out the wrong thing. You see, to have the impact hit hard. Phoenix, thanks for gifting to Rain. Wow, thank you for gifting Rain. How can I like this? There are no Marvel quips? No, but I'm just saying, to have the depression hit harder, you have to hide it. You have to take something away from someone. Because if you just go depressing into depressing into depressing, you become numb from it. That's what I was trying to say. I'm not saying this is bad. I'm saying I'm just numb at this point. I know I'm sad. I can feel it. But I've just been feeling sad from the entire part 2. So I just expect sadness. And then when I get sadness, Like, it's there. It's definitely there. But you're just used to it at this point. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like, at this point, I'm just numb from all the depression. Whoosh. Is she just gonna kill mass-produced Nikke's? Wait, how did a mass-produced Nikke get out here?
You okay?
Thank you for saving me. I didn't expect a lord to pop out like that all of a sudden.
Wait, how long has she been out here? I thought all Nikke's on the surface were dead, except for the goddess squad.
My entire squad was wiped out, but I managed to make it here alone.
What? I thought it was sealed. What's going on?
Who are you?
How long has she been out here?
Wait, are you that pilgrim everyone speaks of?
So pilgrim has become part of the people's vocabulary in the Ark, has it?
Oh, she's been out here a long time.
Oh yes, everyone is talking about you. I was almost starting to think it was all made up, but I can't tell you how honored I am to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. It's been some time since I've interacted with a Nikke that's been sent up to the surface. If you don't mind me asking, how is the Ark faring these days?
I don't mind one bit. You saved my life after all.
Is Dorothy gonna kill her? I can only expect sadness and depression at this point.
Well, I appreciate that. They're preparing a countermeasure against the AI that oversees the Ark? Is it because they've deemed the AI poses too great a threat?
Precisely. This is all supposed to be the top secret, of course.
Wait, how does she know?
The government has also been going around recruiting the Ark's greatest minds, as they call them.
Wait. How does she even know these things?
Any candidates on the short list?
I can't say. I'm afraid my knowledge doesn't extend that far.
If that's the case, I'll give you my personal contact information. Get in touch if you find anything.
Can I really do that?
Of course. I am on a secret mission, however, so you must keep our meeting safely under wraps.
Of course! If they're about to do a brain scan on me, I'll self-immolate.
What? Wow, that's some reverence.
I appreciate that, but I don't think you'll have to go that far.
No, you don't understand.
What?
You're a hero to all of us. Hearing stories about the Goddess Squad's exploits was my only source of joy when I was in the Ark. We all know what you've done for humanity. And you've gone and saved my own life on top of that. I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Well, thank you. The Ark's greatest minds. Is there any way to drag them up to the surface?
Okay.
Dorothy.
Yes!
I'm right.
It's been a long time.
Did nobody ever think, hey, I should check up on Dorothy till now?
Indeed, it has.
Oh,
How many years has it been?
Years?
50?
50?
Give or take.
How did you know I was here?
I never stopped searching for you.
Then why did you leave?
I see. Well, what is it?
You never came to see us. Why? Not even once.
Oh, I don't know, maybe you left her while she was schizo. That was highly irresponsible. Did you all just trust she'd be fine and alive? You literally found her after Pine died, clicking a gun at herself. Why would any of you leave her? And then just expect her to show up for the meeting? What is wrong with you people?
I was busy.
Why are you attempting to gather information about the Ark? What are you planning?
You knew?
We keep abreast of Ark-related matters as well. We heard of a pilgrim showing a very keen interest in the Ark. I didn't expect it to be you.
Well, who else could it be?
What are you planning, Dorothy?
I'm going to take it back.
The Ark?
Yes.
Oh, Dorothy.
Relax. It's not like I'm planning on storming in and taking it by force.
Oh, she wants to be the hero.
I'm going to make them come to me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm going to make them want me.
But why?
We're the only reason the Ark even exists, and they sold us down the river. Well, those who betrayed us will soon come crawling on their knees, begging for my forgiveness. Can you imagine a more joyful spectacle? I'll take advantage of whatever information I can in order to make that happen. No, not take advantage of. It was ours to begin with.
You've changed.
And I see you haven't. Still a stick in the mud. You can't fool me, though. I can tell you're struggling inside as well. Are you still wandering up on the surface for mankind's sake?
That's right. You told us to always be proud.
Please spare me. I've heard this tune before. Why don't you flip the record over?
I should
She's
go back.
Omni-Man Nimsai.
Before you do... I noticed you weren't using the whole goddess moniker anymore. Why not?
Isn't it obvious? Without you, we're not the Goddess Squad. We'll be waiting for you. Until you decide to come back.
What is this hands-off approach everyone's doing? They have that much faith in Dorothy, then. Snow White disappears.
Don't wait for me. I've already come too far. I can't go back.
I just feel hollow. I no longer want to protect humanity. I came in here not liking Dorothy because she was perfectly fine with getting us killed, even though I understood why, and using us as bait. And now I just feel bad for her. It was nice to see Scarlet before she was drunk, and then how she became drunk. It was nice to see Rapunzel not horny. That was fun. And seeing Snow White's maturity, that was really cool. But this is this was just a depression train. Kuruma, thank you so much for follow. Yeah, this is not how soldiers deal with their PTSD-addled comrades. You keep tabs on them constantly because shit happens. That's what I don't understand. Why did they leave? Were they just that confident that Dorothy would be okay? But she literally tried it off herself, so why would you even believe that? She's given you no sign that she was okay, and you just left. That part bothers me a lot. Is this what it means to be a goddess of victory? You're humanity's lapdog. You follow their commands, and when they're done, they discard you, and you continue to be their lapdogs. That's the part I don't understand. Everyone, at least Snow White, Rapunzel, and Scarlet, they still intend to fulfill the mission, which is kill the queen and reclaim the surface. I don't know what Dorothy wants anymore. Well, no, I know what Dorothy wants. Dorothy wants to be revered as a hero, to be loved, for everyone that forsake her, that betrayed her, to regret it. She wants the Ark. Dorothy's the only one that I can, like, understand. She feels like she was robbed, and so she wants what she was promised, and she wants it. Everyone else, they were robbed as well, but they kept going for humanity. It's just a really hard story to swallow. It's just, wow. Human beings are douchebags. This entire story was just saying humanity sucks ass. This is the story to prove it. And is it surprising? No. Also, somebody spoiled the story or tried to spoil the story by telling me Oswald's the bad guy. I don't think Oswald was the bad guy at all. I feel like if humans really wanted the Goddess Squad to be able to get back underground, they would have found a way to do so. But they don't. There probably is a real reason for that. They couldn't send any resources or Nikke's up on the surface, so there probably is a reason for that as well. So I'm aware there's like more supplementary story in the minigame. But man, this was so hard to take in. To be clear, yeah, it was really good. This is definitely memorable. I don't remember the last time I felt so empty from playing a gacha game. It was just the train. It was just a tunnel of depression, and it just kept going. I was just along for the ride.
Snow White is the only one who really kept going for humanity, and that's because that's her obsession. Rapunzel spent all her days obsessing with the dead, and Scarlet spent all hers farming. All three are just coping with their own mental issues.
Yes. Oswald tries to advocate for them, but the masses and governments are assholes. I agree with that. From Red Ash, we know Oswald is a fan of the Goddess Squad. He truly cares. He reveres them. This is not the result he wanted. So I can't blame Oswald. Somebody said he was a villain. That definitely did not come off as a villain to me. I feel like he just did his job. Remember, he's a public servant. Even if he is a military man, he's a public servant. And so all he could do was represent humanity in this moment. And I think he was told not to give his name away. The only reason it was a security risk was because he was the mouthpiece for humanity there. So it was for his own safety, his family's safety, to not give away his name. But he still did it because they earned that much. So I think Oswald's genuine. I don't think he's a bad guy. But yeah, I think Snow White is the only one working. Everyone's just coping then. Dorothy also doesn't really care, which is fine. To be clear, I don't hold anything against any of them. They don't owe us shit. They've done everything for us, and this is what we do to them. So they don't owe us anything anymore. The fact that they're even willing to help the commander and the counter squad and all that, they don't owe us anything. They don't have to do anything. We can't ask them of anything. When we cut off connection with them, that was it. That was the end of their responsibilities. So the fact that they even interact with the commander and help out with Moderni and whatnot, they don't owe us anything. So they're just too good for us. That's how I see it. Alright, well. Rate the story. I think the Faye trailer is about to come out. We barely finished in time. I'm aware there's supplementary content and whatnot, but I don't have time. I'm just gonna put a vote down and we'll start working towards the next thing. Lilith Red Hood, you two haven't met Pina yet, have you? Yeah. Because they're all dead. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna start setting up for Faye, but like, this just makes me depressed. Go ahead and vote, chat. I can't believe you guys wanted me to play this. I just feel depressed. Genuinely, I just feel depressed. Is this what it means to be the Goddess Squad? Humanity just treats you like shit. You're just their lapdogs. And does it surprise me? No. 92% think it's 5 stars. I agree with that. It's ballsy. I respect it. It's super ballsy to make a story like this. It's just depression. If it wasn't clear, I liked the story. But I thought, with the way everyone talked about it, I thought there was something at the end of the tunnel that was going to make me say, so that's why they did this. That's what it means to be a goddess of victory. And I guess I found the meaning, but I didn't find the light at the end of the tunnel. It was just bleak all around. Yeah, I'm gonna set up. Let's start, Faye. Your chat betrayed you. Sounds familiar. Yeah. How is this? I don't think this is the best story, though. It was just bleak all around. But I hope you guys enjoyed. This, since we have Faye viewers here, if anyone gets a chance, watch this VOD, because this is better writing than anything you ever find in Fire Emblem Heroes. The fact that I've never, when it comes to Fire Emblem Heroes, I've never had to think about anything as long as this. I'm still stunned about what I just read, what I just experienced. In Faye, I've never done that. I think the most I've ever done it for is like 5 minutes. I'm still not even over the story. It's still just, wow. I think there seems to have been a challenge among this, which is how do we keep making things more depressing, and they won that challenge clearly.
I'm surprised Fire Emblem Heroes is still alive, TBH. Gotcha.
Yes.
With bad stories are worthless emo.
Alright, well chat, I'm gonna... Alright, I'm gonna set up for the trailer. I still don't see it up. So we're gonna cut the stream on YouTube and start a new one for the trailer. Is a perfect lead into chapter 23. It really contextualizes her actions in the next few chapters. All right. At the very least, I can't hold it against Dorothy if she wants to do anything against humanity, because she's earned it. We don't. She doesn't owe us anything, and she's earned the right to do whatever she likes because we suck. There you go.
Very well. Moving out.
You guys told me to look out for Pine. I don't see Pine. Alright, is the trailer up yet? I still don't have the YouTube link. Can anyone give me the link? I don't want the Twitter video, just to be clear. She's gone now. I like how Pina came back just to tell her to move on. Yeah, because Dorothy doesn't see her anymore. She heard the voice one more time.
I'm a chill for now. Good night, Mr. Streamer. God bless you and have a nice rest of your stream.
Thank you. Take care. Ill. Now I have to do this. Alright, let's switch the stream. Alright, I'm downloading a video right now. I don't have time for that right now. Wait, I recorded that? I have a feeling that when we do our Faye trailer, I'm just gonna be very shit at it because I'm just depressed now. All right, chat. I'm gonna do the Faye trailer reaction. Let's begin this. Gosh, that's a hell of a lead-in. All right, cutting stream on YouTube, switching over to the Faye trailer stream. All right, here we go.